Hello, my first viewer. How's it going? I'm going to be doing this specific hangout for one time. I promise, guys, I'm not going to be doing this a lot because I don't want you guys to basically get upset with me. But I am in desperate need of some help, guys. Um, as you may or may not know, I have been in a car accident recently and I wasn't able to retrieve my car because it is completely totaled. And I am having a bit of some trouble with the insurance company from the other people with the other car. And I don't see how this is going to come to fruition as far as something positive is concerned, right? So I'm trying to do everything that I can to remedy this situation with the options that I do have. And this is why I am going at this pretty much full steam for a little bit, you know. But if you guys want to have a hangout with me, link is in the description. You guys are more than welcome to come in if you want. The link to my GoFundMe campaign is also in the description as well, guys. I wanted to let everybody know that if and when my goal is reached on the GoFundMe campaign, when I purchase the vehicle that my wife and I absolutely need, I will make a video of it completely. I will make a video of me driving the vehicle. We'll go for a drive. I'll show the vehicle on video so that you guys know where the money actually went, because, you know, this is something, you know, that I really want to be honest with, especially when it comes to things like this, right? And I really appreciate everybody who has helped so far, whether it's leaving encouraging comments, whether it's donating, whether it's sharing my campaign with everybody. I really appreciate that, you know, and that makes me happy. It motivates me to fight this even harder and, you know, move forth. If anybody has any specific questions that they would like to ask me, please feel free to leave them in the chat. I would do my best to answer them. If anybody wants to come in, I have a link in the description for you guys to come into the hangout if you want to. I'm going to hold this hangout as long as possible. I'm going to give this a shot, see how it goes, you know. But I would be more than happy to have you guys in here with me talking about things. It could be anything, you know. It doesn't have to be one necessary topic. You know, we can talk about a variety of subjects if you guys want to. No, I'm perfectly fine with that. Just know that the link to the hangout is in the description. But yeah, I'm basically making an attempt to solve this situation for my family and I. And we'll see how it goes. But if anybody, again, has any specific questions for me, please leave them in the public chat. I will do my best to answer them. If anybody wants to come in, link is in the hangout. But yeah, I decided that I wasn't going to let this personal situation beat me, guys. I wanted to continue making videos for you guys because I love doing that. And I have already shot a video. I've already edited the video, basically. Pretty soon I'm going to upload it to YouTube for a scheduled appearance, of course. And we'll see how you guys like that one. And I have some more videos in line that I'm going to make for you guys. There's going to be a couple of videos that are absolutely hilarious, especially the one that I'm going to be making about, I'm pretty sure that you guys might have heard of it, but it's going to be about this Saudi official, I guess, in Saudi Arabia, who was allowed to be on television over there to basically instruct people on the proper way to beat their wives.
Hey there, hey quiet.
Hey, Vitor, how's it going?
I'm doing fine. I just saw your video yesterday.
Yeah.
How's the fundraising going?
It's going pretty good. Did you see the video when I first posted about all of the situation? Because in that video, I put a picture within that video of the whole car accident.
Yeah, in the end.
It has my car. Yeah. Yeah, it has my car, and then it has that other car. I mean, it was a nasty fucking experience, buddy.
I know. I've had my share of car crashes as well. So believe me, it's not pleasant. And the worst thing is the worst car crash. I was not in the car, but my mother and my brothers were. I don't know. It was an old car, and the gas leaked from the exhaustion, and she passed away on the wheel.
Oh,
right on top of a fucking rail trail.
Oh man.
So the train came and just fucked up the it was all trash when I got there.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Shit.
No, but they are okay. Nothing bad.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's what matters, man. I mean, well, with my situation, like you saw in the video, I was basically going down the street after I dropped my son off at work, and this fucking idiot thought she was going to beat me across the street, right? And
yeah.
Little did she know that I was right up on her in fucking seconds, man. And I literally, maybe tops, had like 10 fucking seconds to react. And that wasn't enough. I slammed on the brakes and I fucking T-boned into her, man. And oh shit. And we spiraled out of control across the street, right? And I hit a fucking street pole and bounced off of the street pole, went over a fucking curb, and fucking the airbags came out, right? And the moment those fucking things came out, I guess from what I understand from one of my subscribers, they mentioned that there, I guess, is apparently a small amount of explosives within the airbags that helps them come out, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm a little ignorant on that subject. But anyway, when the airbags came out, right, burned my fucking forearms and hands, man.
I think it was from the friction of the deployment.
Yeah.
They don't really have explosives. They have a small charge of CO2, I think.
Oh,
that,
okay.
is injected very quickly. So when the airbag deployed, you got burns from that.
Oh, okay.
There's no real explosive charge inside of that. If you deploy one, it looks like an explosion.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that there was these guys that had one YouTube channel? I don't remember the. But it was a show like, is it okay to microwave this? And they got this airbag inside a fucking microwave and put it to work.
Oh, fuck.
The microwave was shit on that day. So yeah. I'm going to work.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, I just can't help you with the fundraising.
Oh, that's understandable.
But I have a small kid, man.
Oh yeah, I know how that goes. I have one 11-year-old and I have one 17-year-old.
Oh yeah, but I'll speak with some people. It might help you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
No problem, man.
You be safe, man.
No, you too.
All right, Vitor. See you later, Vitor. How's it going, James?
Hey, John. Yeah, I got a little noise over here, so I got to mute and unmute.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine, man. Not a problem at all. Thank you for coming by, man.
I'm glad that there are no major injuries, but I want to know, how did your arms get burned?
From the airbags.
Okay, you just explained that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, from the airbags. I was lucky enough because I'm a pretty big guy, right? I'm 6'3", and I weigh approximately about 350 pounds. Pretty big guy. And the car that we had is kind of small, you know, and my head touches the ceiling of the car. Anyway, I have to push the seat all the way back just so I can fit in the son of a bitch. Anyway, after all that happened, when the airbags deployed, the airbag hit me in the chest. It didn't hit me in the face at all.
That's good.
Yeah, and thankfully it happened that way because my sister was telling me yesterday about a friend of hers who got into a car accident, and the airbag hit her in the face and broke all of her fucking front teeth out of her mouth.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So where were the kids sitting, and how did they end up being okay?
They were in the back seat, and they were completely buckled up. I made sure that I'm the type of person that makes sure everybody's buckled up in the car, including myself.
And neither one of them are little kids, right?
No. I think that they were more traumatized with the whole event, and they got a little upset when they saw the cops. You know, they thought they were going to take me to jail.
Well, how about insurance, man?
I'm currently in talks with the other driver's insurance, you know, and something tells me that things are not going into my favor. And that is why I started this crowdfunding campaign to begin with, you know, because, you know, these big fucking insurance companies, you know, will literally look for every fucking excuse to get out of situations, especially when it's like this. And fucking, it sucks big time, man. Because the cop, you know, conducted the investigation when he got to the place, the accident. And after interviewing the witnesses that were there and that saw the accident, and after interviewing me and interviewing the other people that were involved in the accident with the other car, he determined that it wasn't my fault. And thankfully, I had witnesses there to back up my position, right?
Yeah.
And after the conversation was completely over with, you know, it was determined again that it wasn't my fault, and I didn't get in trouble for any of this. I didn't get any tickets. I didn't get anything else. I called a wrecker for my vehicle, and they towed my car out of there, and it's probably in the junkyard right now as we speak, because it's completely fucking total, dude. You know? The front end is fucked.
Yeah, once you smash in past the radiator, it really starts getting to the point of totaled on any car.
Yeah. So how have you been today?
Pretty good, man. I just woke up not too long ago.
Well, that's good.
Watching a program, just people talking about Game of Thrones. You ever watch that show?
I've been wanting to, man, and being that I only have internet and Netflix, I got really pissed off when they took fucking Game of Thrones off of Netflix, man. Oh, I got fucking pissed because I wanted to start watching it.
Don't you know how to pirate?
No, I don't have the memory space for that shit, dude.
Dude, did you know I have a microcomputer that has like almost no memory? You see that? That's my computer.
Yeah.
I just stream everything I pirate. I don't save any files.
Well, how the fuck do you pirate without downloading? Forgive my ignorance. Are you there, James?
Yeah.
Oh, your picture went still there for a minute.
Yeah.
But how do you pirate without downloading anything? I mean, well, I'm ignorant.
It's downloading as you watch it. You're not saving the file.
Oh, okay, okay.
You just
paused again.
My music player.
Are you there? Yeah.
You know, like I don't store any music. I just know where to find my music.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah. So, yeah, you don't need memory to stream things.
Yeah.
I don't know why people like to save files anyway. Like, you're gonna watch the same movie tomorrow again. Just go get it again.
That reminds me of this guy that I knew a long time ago back in my hometown, man. He had this computer. I mean, he built a fucking powerhouse, man. It had like 4 or 5 terabytes, you know, and he would download every single movie that he would fucking find on the internet. And he had thousands upon thousands of fucking movies on the internet, man, off the internet. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. I wouldn't want to do that because can they actually trace your IP address after you do that?
Well, it's one of those things. It's like you're definitely doing something illegal, but so many millions of people are doing it. What kind of manpower is it going to take to find you?
Yeah, you do have a point there.
And then also, if you do like me and you just stream it, now there's no evidence on my computer. I don't actually have any files on my computer. They'd have to come while I was streaming and be like, hey. And they'll be like, what are you doing in my house, Mr. FBI guy? Don't you have like other things to do?
Yeah, pretty soon you'll get a knock on the door with some people with the letters on their back called FBI.
Yeah,
ready to take you to jail.
Oh man, I don't these things anymore. It's just like, you know, I watch the Drunken Peasants. Those guys are getting stoned in Ohio. They're just passing around a bong on the air. It's like, yeah, the cops haven't knocked on their door yet. You know, most of the time they have better things to do.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, yeah, I like to watch movies online. There's a particular site that I go to that gives you the option of downloading it or, you know, just watching it, you know, and I just watch them. I don't download the shit.
Well, I have a recommendation for you for maybe your first movie to try to pirate. Maybe I'll even tell you what website to go to. But Zootopia. Zootopia is in theaters now, but there's already a really nice copy up at the pirate sites.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out maybe.
Have you heard of this one?
Zootopia?
Yeah, it's a Disney animated film, and the main character is this little rabbit that wants to be a police officer, and supposedly rabbits are too small and timid to be police officers. You know, most of them are like bears and lions and stuff. Yeah. And oh man, it's just beautiful animation, and the jokes, it's filled with some of the best jokes I've ever heard in a script. And mystery, and it's a really riveting mystery. And I put it on here because we had a kid over. You know, I had a kid visiting, and I figured we'd put on, you know, something animated for the kid. Well, the kid got distracted, and us adults were riveted. So.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah. So I think that's the best movie around right now.
I wish I was really good at using that program called Blender.
I don't know it.
I would if I had the talent to do that type of shit, man. I would start making my own fucking cartoons coming from directly my imagination. You know, I think that would be fucking awesome.
Okay. I'll have to check.
Are you? Yeah, are you aware of that Blender program?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's basically a program. It allows you to sculpt. You know, you could do all kinds of different characters. You can, you know, do all kinds of different things on there. It also gives you the opportunity to make cartoons like Pixar does.
Wow.
But you have to literally know what the fuck you're doing with that program. And I took a look at it once. Damn, dude. I don't think I could handle it. It's beyond my comprehension at this point.
You know, I'm not much of a dabbler. You know, it's like I want to be really good at something, or I just want to like pay a pro to do it.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of the olden days on YouTube, right? I was kind of wanting to know, you know, how the hell are some of these YouTubers, you know, getting their pages customly built, right? And I came across an individual who's a really nice guy. I still keep in contact with him. He specifically designed my channel before it went like this, you know, before they took the customized backgrounds off and everything. I paid him some money, and he designed layout for my YouTube channel. It was fucking awesome, dude. If you have the time, go back all the way back to basically the infancy of my channel, and you'll be able to see the video I uploaded of him creating the layout for my channel. And it was fucking badass, dude. I liked it.
That's cool. I think that's probably what's preventing me from being more of a YouTuber is editing, actually.
Yeah.
It's so much work. I tried to do it. I'm not good at it, and it takes me a long time.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a very good editor, man. I wish I was a lot better than I actually am. But, you know, what I do is okay, I guess. I mean, better.
Hey, John, I'm going to keep streaming your Hangout. I'm going to mute and turn off my microphone, my camera for a bit.
Okay.
I'll be back in like 10 or 15, okay? Hope you
Okay, not a problem, man. So how is everybody else doing? James is going to step out for a minute. How's everybody else doing? If you guys want to come in and have a chat with me while I have this Hangout, the link is in the description. You guys are more than welcome to come in. And for all the newer viewers, I'm basically holding, you know, just in case you're not aware of it, I'm basically holding a fundraising campaign, you know, because I was recently involved in a car accident, and I do not have the resources to get another car at the moment, which is why I'm doing this in the first place. Feel free to come in if you guys want to. Link is in the description. I'd be more than happy to talk with any of you about any topic. I really don't care. It doesn't have to be specific. You know, we could talk about what happened during your day or what happened during my day, morning, night, whatever the case might be, you know. But yeah, I would like to take the opportunity to talk with you guys. Come on in. Don't be fucking scared now. See if anybody has any questions. Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, I'm doing okay, guys. Everything's starting to look up a little bit, which is making me feel pretty good, you know. The burns on my arms and stuff are going. Probably give it about another day. What's up, Uber?
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing this morning?
Still no work. I've been without work for like a week and a half now.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah. But I'm trying to catch up on other shit. You know how it goes. Hey man, how's how you doing after that car incident?
I'm doing a lot better, man. The burns on my arms and hands and everything's going away pretty much. I give it about another day.
I see. Yeah, I've never gotten hit with an airbag actually, so I have never experienced. I have heard they burn, but yeah.
Yeah.
You think they could situate those to where they can do that without burning you, but yeah.
I rather, be burnt just a little bit than,
Right.
completely losing my fucking life.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm doing a lot better, man.
It's good. Glad to hear. Glad nobody was hurt.
Thank you. So what have you been up to past couple of days?
Like I said, shit around the house. I'd hop in and hang out here and there when I see one.
Yeah.
Typical, same old bullshit.
Yeah. Well, I've
My
been.
neighbor died actually, so I had to go over there and my neighbor passed.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, well, she was old. She's not in the best health, but it was still, nobody really saw it coming. But yeah, she had family all over the country, so they're all like trying to come in for the funeral on time, and you got people coming from Florida and Minnesota and everywhere. It's just, yeah, they're all trying to come to her house because like they want to stay at mom's house, but it's like a circus over there.
Oh, I bet it is. It's all. What's up?
I was gonna say the thing is they keep calling me and asking me, oh, we need your help with something, because I used to go over there and help their mom with stuff. She was old and she was by herself.
Yeah.
And she couldn't do a lot of, so I'd go and do this, that, and the other odd ends for her. And they're calling me up all the time asking me, oh, where's this and where's that, or could you show me where that? Because yeah, it's
Well, you've been there for a while. I mean, you've been helping her for a while, so naturally you would know, a little bit.
Yeah.
I used to do that for an older lady back home from where I'm at. She had Alzheimer's, and I used to go and mow her lawn, and I used to go and do things for her in her house and stuff like that. And she liked it, she really liked it. And then unfortunately she passed away later on,
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it, man. So I enjoy helping, people like that who are in those serious situations, that need help. And she would, I would refuse it, but she would pay me every single time that I would help her clean her house or mow her lawn, right? So she'd pay me the moment I got to her house that day in the morning. And then after I got done with mowing the lawn, for example, she would want to pay me again. And she would have this idea that she forgot to pay me, and I had to keep telling her that you already paid me, and she wouldn't believe me unless I showed her the fucking money, man.
Right.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that Alzheimer's is rough to deal with, man.
Yeah.
I've heard some real horror stories, trust me. The one therapist was telling me she was a physical therapist, but she would still see some of her patients she would see just still had Alzheimer's and stuff.
Yeah.
And the one patient, she went to the guy's family, was trying to help take care of him and keep him from going to a nursing home. But the guy, he had gone so far he didn't even recognize his own daughter. And the daughter came in one day to, help him, and he didn't know who she was. And he starts copping a feel and talking all this, nasty shit to her. And yeah, she left the house. That was the last time she came over to help. That's his own daughter. Man. And, that had to fuck with her, obviously. He didn't realize, obviously, but
yeah,
it's a nasty thing to get.
Yeah. Yeah. And at that time when I was helping that lady, I was totally unfamiliar with Alzheimer's, I didn't know what it was, and I just, didn't understand why she was acting that way at that particular moment, but then eventually I found out, what it was. And I felt bad, man. I really did. She was in a crazy situation. there were times where she would literally still not believe me when I told her she paid me, even though I showed her the money, right? So I'd have to take a second payment from her just to make her happy, you know.
Oh, the first time I actually ever went and did anything for the neighbor across the street, I flat out refused to take anything.
Yeah.
And she was trying to overpay me. She was trying to give me like $50 for like maybe, you know, not even an hour's worth of work. And it was just some moving shit around in the garage, odds and ends bullshit. It was nothing backbreaking. And the next day I go out, there's an envelope in the mailbox with my name on it. And instead of the 50 she was trying to push on me, there was 100 in there.
Oh, man.
Like, God damn it. So it's like, okay, fine. I went and talked to her. I said, listen, you feel it necessary to pay me, that's fine. I appreciate it. Just don't pay me so much. And, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, I told her, you can't pay me for the next couple of jobs you have me do because you overpaid me for the last one.
Yeah, you know, just tell her, hey, I'm going to be working for free for you for the next couple of days or however long it may be, you know, because you overpaid me. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that. Yep.
But, yeah, and there was times where, you know, I would go over and she didn't have any cash on her. I'm like, don't worry about it. She always felt bad, and it's like, seriously, don't worry about it. You take care of me plenty.
Yeah. You're back, James.
Guess who's back? Back again.
How
you doing?
What's going on, man?
James is back. Tell a friend. Oh,
I got my coffee, so all is good in the world.
Yeah, I was gonna start me a pot, but then I completely forgot to, and it's a little too late now. So.
I was gonna start a pot, and I got done walking the dog. It is too fucking warm out already. Fuck that noise.
Well, yeah, it's already warm here. I had, you know, being that I don't have a vehicle, I had to walk my youngest son to school this morning, and it's about, I'd say about a mile to his school. And we got there, and goddamn, man, it's already like 70 degrees outside, and it's barely 9:30 in the morning. And I'm
right.
like, ugh.
Yeah, ain't nothing fun about being fucking sticky and hot.
Yeah.
At least out in public, you know.
Well, here where I live, the hottest parts of the summer are, I think, in July and August. The temperatures get up to like 115 degrees here.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it gets pretty crazy, man. It hardly snows, but when it does snow, you know, we get a shitload and then it melts right away. You know, it disappears completely. And I know good old James there don't get no fucking snow where he's at. I bet you if he gets tired of the snow, he just changes the fucking channel.
Yeah, I'm in Florida, but you know, not for long. I'm gonna sell this house.
Yep. I remember you telling me that.
Going back to Cali. There's some snow up there.
There's some snow in certain parts of Cali, isn't there?
Well, where I'll be, like Glendale, Burbank area, Los Angeles, you can be up in the snow in like 45 minutes if you go up the Angeles Crest Highway up to the mountains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, then you could go to the beach. Go hang out at the beach.
I have a friend who went surfing and snowboarding in the same day just to say he did it.
Oh, wow. Damn. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty interesting to experience.
Yeah. He said it was actually a pain in the ass with all the driving, and you know, you buy a lift ticket to go skiing and snowboarding anyway, so
yeah.
He wouldn't do it again, but he did it to say he did it once.
I remember when I was in Florida back in 2008, man. I stayed there for a couple of months, and I really enjoyed it there, you know. A lot of water, a lot of heat, a lot of humidity. Damn. And I'm a mountain person myself, so I came from a city that's probably about 6,500 feet above sea level. And all of a sudden I went to a city that was 17 feet above sea level. And I was like, I didn't get used to the tropical heat right away. I had to acclimate, and I was sick for about 2 weeks. Then afterwards I felt pretty much better, you know. But I got to go to the beach in Miami. I got to go to a couple of beaches, actually. One in Orlando. I lived in Sarasota, Florida. I lived in Tampa Bay. I lived in Fort Myers, I believe it's what it's called. I think that's what it's called.
I've heard
and
of
I lived,
Myers.
yeah, and I lived in Cape Coral, which was about 11 minutes from the Gulf of Mexico.
So you were on the other side. I'm on the Atlantic side.
Yeah.
So I'm down by Miami. Like I'm 45 minutes north of Miami.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Do you go to Miami often?
Almost never. I've gone down there twice because the Dodgers were playing the Marlins. That's it, really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just, you know, I used to do a lot of traveling back in, a few years back. You know, I went all over the place from Dallas to Fort Worth to Florida to New York to Colorado, all over the place because I wanted to see different things and I wanted to meet different people, and I basically wanted to burn it out of my system. And
I also went to Miami to go see the zoo. Miami is an amazing zoo.
Oh wow, I bet it does have a fucking amazing zoo, no doubt.
Yeah, it's real open air. Like the enclosures, they're big, but you got a nice view over them. And but the animals have places to hide, or where they think they're hiding, but you can kind of see them, And there are all these big lizards and birds walking around free outside the exhibits. It's really neat.
Oh, wow. Well, we had the zoo that I went to a couple of months ago in my home state. It was pretty nice because they had a couple of things like that as well, where they had a bunch of, I think it was pelicans that were running around, walking around, with people and stuff like that, which was pretty good. I mean, it was an interesting experience. I liked it.
Well, as opposed to the LA Zoo, the LA Zoo makes me sick. Like their gorillas are still on a rock with a moat around it. And
oh, okay.
They just paid millions of dollars to put in a new sea lion exhibit a few years back. And it's like, that's a nice exhibit, but could you fix up the gorillas first, please?
Yeah. Yep. Because they deserve to have a nice place too, as far as I'm concerned. Shit.
Yeah, the typical like a rock with a moat around it.
Yep.
And then the kids are throwing gum and ice at them, and you just stare at there's this one silverback I always see him, the alpha male, supposedly the alpha male, but he's so broken, like he's not anything. And you're not supposed to stare at them and make direct eye contact. It's like a challenge.
Yep.
Well, I stared at him, and he's not like a regular gorilla. He's broken. He doesn't even care.
Yeah.
It makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that kind of thing really pisses me off too, because something similar to that happened at the zoo in my home state. There was a silverback gorilla there too that really didn't give a fuck if you looked at him the wrong way or whatever way, and it kind of sucked.
And it's really silly, I mean, zoology was part of my degree. I mean, it's in biology, right? And so much of that is about animal behavior. Okay, well, you're not seeing animal behavior at the zoo.
For fuck's sake.
They're acting like, you know, psychotic prisoners at the zoo. I mean, we can put webcams out in the jungle if you want to see actual behavior. We have the internet. Like, we don't need this anymore.
Yeah. Let's see, who else do we have in here? Let me see. Evolution.
Evolution false. Yep.
Oh, how's it going?
Hey there.
Doing pretty good. I was looking at one of your videos about
Which one?
The 10 contradictions theists can't stop making.
Yes, I remember that one.
Yeah, and I went and
How old is that, please?
The
What's
video?
that?
How old is that video, John?
Let me see. I recently made it. Hold on. I'm gonna minimize this window real quick so I can take a look at it. Hold on. I know which video you guys are talking about. Let me check it out.
January 9th, 2016.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
5 months ago. Okay, 4 months ago. Yeah, thanks, Evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, and would you be interested in discussing that?
Well, I forgot the 10 contradictions inside the video itself. I have to.
Oh no, that's okay. I have it right here in front of me. I can read it off to you if you want.
I find it interesting.
Yeah. Go ahead and read the first contradiction off, and then we'll discuss it.
Okay. Yeah, I went through it very quickly, and I just was smiling throughout these, and most, if not all of them, are not actual contradictions. But let's go through these. Okay. Let's go number 1. The first one is explaining what God is or wants, and then saying human beings cannot understand God. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's the comment.
No, that's not a contradiction.
Yeah, it is, because I get Christian.
How is it not explaining what something is and then saying you can't understand what it is? How is that not a contradiction?
No, there's a difference between. Well, let me give you an example. If you know what electronics are, right?
Yeah.
Okay. James, you know, like for example, you have a computer, right? And you know what electronics are, right? James.
Go ahead. Go ahead, James.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, good. And if I ask you to in 1 or 2 or 3 sentences to tell me what electronics are, and this is going to be an illustration about explaining God. Okay, what would you say electronics is?
Oh, I think you could anticipate my answer. Please go ahead.
Well, you would say it.
Let's just assume I would successfully explain with it.
It's using small mechanical devices at a molecular level. We're harnessing the power of electrons, right? But if I were to ask you right now to open up your computer,
that's really specific.
Show me the motherboard and explain how all this stuff works. You wouldn't be able to do it.
Hold on.
So in one sense,
the difference is there's people that can explain exactly how.
Hold on a second. You kind of gave my answer for me. That wouldn't be my answer. And yeah, I mean, I would refer you to an expert. I mean, I have experience with electronics.
No, but the point is, in one sense, you can know some things. In one sense, you can know some things about something, even though in its widest and fullest scope, you may not understand it.
Hold on, man. Hold on, man. We're talking about electronics, which I can like demonstrate those to you. It's not a good analogy for a god.
No, I'm not giving you. Okay, you're not. I'm not giving you an analogy to God. I'm simply pointing out to you.
Okay, describing electronics is
not. You can know.
Is one person describing one of the like 3,000 different gods?
You understand that you can know some things, but not have an apprehension
of course, everybody
of the full scope,
yes,
of something.
Everybody knows that. Go ahead.
Right. So for example, when it comes to certain properties or attributes, let's say for example that the Bible reveals about God, we can know some specifics.
No, I don't care what the Bible reveals.
Okay. Are we going to have a conversation? Or are you going to be rude?
No, I'm going to stop you when you start going down the wrong path.
Okay. Well, I'm simply well. First of all.
It's not like you can't present the things in the Bible to me like you can present a piece of electronics.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm pointing out to you that for those of us who have accepted the Bible as the revealed Word of God, in that revelation, from our point of view, we can know some specifics, but even though God has revealed some specifics about his nature, that does not mean that we can have a full comprehension of who and what God is. So that's not a contradiction.
You can't. Okay? You said for the people that have accepted the revelation. Well, there's no justification for accepting that.
Well, that's not what I'm discussing here. You're confusing the issue here.
Revelation of unicorns, I can describe to you what a unicorn.
James, you're not thinking very clearly here. I'm not arguing. Okay, listen very carefully, James. I am not arguing. James, I'm trying to. Every time I try to speak, you interrupt me.
I can repeat your words back to you. Why do I need to listen?
James, if you interrupt me when I speak, and I haven't been hogging the mic.
You're interrupting me.
If you interrupt me, if you continue to interrupt me, I will no longer interact with you.
You don't want to have a conversation.
Okay. No, I'm trying to have a conversation.
It's a contradiction, man. You brought up
electronics. Good. All right, James.
Yeah.
I'll give you one more try. Okay.
I don't care. You are not the god of
me. James, I'm just going to turn your volume down, and I'll just speak with the quiet atheist.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Okay. No, I'm trying to be polite, and you're being rude.
No, you're not trying to be polite. You're trying to put on a mirror of politeness.
Okay, so quiet.
What's up?
Any correction?
All right, I got to find the volume thing here.
Yeah, screw you.
Here. No, I'm trying to be polite every time I speak.
No, I'm not trying to be polite to you. You don't deserve it.
Okay, well, it's obvious.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see what the fun is.
Okay.
Let's hear the bullshit.
All right, I have this volume down. Okay, so quiet. The first thing is this. Christians, when they state that we can know some things about God, or particulars, is not a contradiction to say that we cannot know God in his fullness. Okay? Just like, for example, let me ask you this, quiet atheist. Is there anything that you know about reality?
A lot. No. Is this guy going to get into like absolute knowledge and shit?
Real quick, I know something about knowledge. I know how to speak and communicate.
Okay, so
I must.
So, quiet atheist, you might be able to tell me some specifics about reality, and you could say, "Well, I know that." But then, if I ask you, what is the nature of reality, you wouldn't be able to tell me. So that would not be a contradiction to say that you can know some specifics about reality, but that you don't comprehend or know what the nature of reality is.
What you're actually doing here is presenting me with a false equivalence.
What's the false equivalence?
Because when it comes to your position, you cannot verify to me that it is actually a part of reality, like I experience.
Like electronics.
Exactly.
I don't have a clue as to what you're saying.
Naturally, you wouldn't. I don't expect you to have a clue about it.
But there's not a contradiction to saying. Number one, it says explaining what God is. Well, like for example.
There's not a contradiction if you admit you're a presuppositionalist.
Okay.
So go away.
God is a eternal mind. Right? Now that does not mean that is all that God is. Right?
Are there any
that God is a mind.
What are you talking about?
All right, it says God wants us to be in a loving relationship with Him. Now that is not a contradiction. That is not a contradiction with hold on a second. That is not a contradiction. Saying that we cannot fully comprehend God's nature.
So it's clear that we are not going to come to a conclusion with this first contradiction.
Okay, we can move on to the other one because the first one is not an unequivocal, clear contradiction.
The first one miserably.
Okay, good. Then we come to claim number 2, claiming that God loves us all, then rationalizing human suffering. Okay, that would only be based upon a worldview that you cannot demonstrate. For example, we could have a situation that the current situations where there's death and suffering is the means by which God can achieve the best possible world. And what that simply means, is God, in desiring to create the best possible world, has to go through a preliminary step in order to maximize the number of people who freely choose him.
You think
that would be equivalent to me saying, oh, well, I'm going to go commit this mass murder because it's a positive step towards society and it's going to benefit everybody.
No, not at all. Let me give you an example.
That doesn't make any sense.
You don't understand when I said that
your point,
this is a means to the best possible world. And what that entails is this, is that the best possible world that God can create, if he creates free moral agents, is a world where he maximizes the number of people who freely choose him, right?
No.
Right? So do you see that this is not currently the best possible worlds, but
how does he maximize someone's the amount of people who freely worship? That is a contradiction right there.
No, it's not. I'll explain it to you. You understand that it is.
We never heard this shit before. Oh, this is all not.
Okay, you know what? If you're just going to be rude, I mean, if you want to jump in, if you want to jump in and you want to have a conversation.
You're rude to my intelligence. So yes, I will be rude to you.
Okay, good. Then I'll just turn your volume off. Okay, his volume is off. Tell him I can't hear him. Right, he should be able to hear me.
I will be rude to you.
Hey, Paul,
now, I don't mind if somebody wants to jump in and disagree with me and give commentary, but if it's going to be childish antics, then I'm going to turn down the volume. Okay, so quiet atheist. Let's say the best possible world is the one where God maximizes.
Okay, I got him muted.
You're going to allow him to mute me? Okay.
What the hell is heaven?
Now, let's just say that the best possible world is one where God maximizes the number of people who freely choose him.
He can't get earth right. How could he get heaven right?
Do you agree with that?
And you're rude for telling him you don't want to hear it.
Do me
By the way, I have James and Paul the volume turned off.
Well, you're gonna have to turn him up. You're gonna have to. No,
because they're being rude. They're interrupting me. They're not carrying on.
Here's basically what the whole conversation is boiling down to. Now, like I've said before, this whole conversation is going nowhere, and it's basically going back to square one, because you obviously cannot refute the contradictions that I talk about in that video. So we are basically back to square. Hold on.
No,
Hold on.
Now who's talking?
We are basically back to square one, where a long time ago I presented you with specific instructions, 3 steps to prove your case. You got to prove those 3 steps, and then you got to provide the Nobel Prize that you won for those.
No, I'm not arguing. At this moment, I'm not arguing theism versus atheism. I'm simply pointing out to you. I'm pointing out to you that this list of 10 items are not ironclad actual contradictions. Now, do you understand the difference between a paradox and a contradiction?
The first 2 are contradictions.
A paradox is 2 things or positions or scenarios that seem to be at odds with other. Okay. Now, sometimes a paradox people might conclude that is a contradiction. So the fact of the matter is, when we say that God loves us all, right? that
he loves us all.
When there is suffering. Okay, I'm trying to answer you.
Have you read the Bible?
Number 2 is not an actual contradiction, because this world
He has not read the Bible.
for example, the problem with the view is that God is not he's not a monolith of love. He has multiple character attributes such as justice and righteousness. And God can create a world that is free of death and suffering. But that death and suffering are a temporal judgment due to mankind's sin. So this would not contradict his love any more than a parent disciplining a child when the child is disobedient. Now, the idea of death and suffering, why does God allow death and suffering? Is because without, well, first of all, in order for there to be ultimate salvation in the Bible, there has to be physical death, right?
No.
The person's body must die and be resurrected.
No, you don't need any of those things.
Then suffering, if God were to minimize the amount of suffering, then fewer people throughout the course of history would become complacent and not seek out God and seek a better life. All right?
So God uses suffering to bully people into believing in Him.
No, actually, God doesn't.
That's exactly the argument you just made. That's exactly the argument.
No, not at all. God uses even the unpleasant things that we experience in life that we don't like as a tool to motivate us, but He doesn't bully people.
He is so.
Call it what you want. Call it motivation. If I hold a gun to your head, guess what? You're going to consider that motivation to do what the fuck I tell you.
No, well, God's not holding a gun to your head.
No, it's the preachers that tell everybody they're going to live in hell.
God's not doing anything.
No. That you see, here's Uber. What you're mistaking, okay? The mistake that you're making is that God is not telling you.
God's not doing anything.
I want you to do X, otherwise I will do that. That would be a threat. God is not threatening people with hell. Hell is a necessary consequence that flows out of God's justice.
Does hell exist?
It is something. It's not a matter of God choosing to do so, because His character must judge.
Then He's not more powerful.
Okay.
So it is not like, for example, it's not like God walking up to you and puts a gun to your head and says, "Give me the money in your wallet," or whatever.
No.
God's justice upon humanity, where on Judgment Day He will send some people to heaven and some to hell, is not a threat. It's something that is a necessary thing. For example,
it's a mafia ploy.
Okay, if I told you
nothing here should.
If I told you that a Category 5 hurricane was coming down your path and you lived on the tip of Florida, and that you need.
It's basically the mafia boss analogy.
Quiet atheist. No, it is not, because you see, God's nature requires justice.
I made hell, but I'm not.
All right, you know what? I'm going to leave. This is just, I can't carry on a conversation. Quiet. Maybe sometime when you don't have these other clowns in here, we can have a conversation.
Evolution. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me ask you one more question. Let's talk about one contradiction that I do want to present to you.
Okay.
Now, before let me get to it real quick. All right. Now, as you know, Jesus Christ was allegedly crucified, right? But there's a couple of verses, about a specific thing that I kind of want to bring up, because there's a lot of Christians out there that are continuing to say that this is a big sacrifice that He made, that He sacrificed His existence for all of humanity, right?
And where is it?
But that is not, what the Bible is actually saying here. For instance, Matthew 26:39 says, going a little farther, He fell with His face to the ground and prayed, "My Father, if it is possible, may this cup be taken from me, yet not as I will, but as you will." Mm-hmm. Now, it sounds to me that He didn't even want to die in the first place. So how is that a sacrifice?
What sacrifice? He's at the right hand of God now. What sacrifice? Oh my God, I gave up living on earth to become the second other head of the church. Wow, what a sacrifice.
The Bible teaches the soul that sins, it shall die. Because
why do we care what the Bible teaches?
Okay, are you guys going to let me speak? Okay.
No.
You know what? The last time I was in here,
Take what
Quiet
the Bible
Atheist,
teaches.
I attempted to have a
Take what the
conversation
Bible
with you, and the other people in the room just nonstop
11 a.m.
interrupted and trolled. So, I mean, unless you can get a handle upon these guys,
how are
then
you
I'm just
gonna
gonna I'll
explain
just
that
leave. I'll try to have a conversation
How are you
with
going to
you.
explain that contradiction?
Do you?
Okay.
You know that.
Are you going to let me respond without having these guys interrupt me?
Evolution is a fact.
Okay.
You
All
know
right.
that
Listen. I have it. You know what?
You know
Obviously, you're not interested in having a conversation because you're not going to stop these guys from over talking to me. Have a nice day.
Yeah. You know evolution is a fact.
Rage quit. Rage quit.
Hey, but you know what? He makes all these bold-faced assertions. He doesn't want to be corrected, and now we're the rude ones. Even though we were having a pretty good time until he came in here.
We refuted everything. I explained, you know, those contradictions are valid in that video that I talked about. And
Yeah.
I gotta find the chapter in this book. I think I pointed this out before, Creation, and like I said, it's about a guy who became part of a cult. There was a fire and brimstone god. Sound familiar? Anyway, and eventually he gets to India. Did I say this one before?
I haven't been here when you did.
Oh, well, okay, whatever. But he gets to India he's at my age now, and he finally, as he wanders through the Middle East, and he finally gets to India and all that stuff, and he gets to talk to the top guy there, the Hindus, whoever the hell that was at the time, whoever was the big top one, but it doesn't matter. So him and this other priest, if you want to call him that, are talking about, of course, gods, because that's their job description. So this guy, who's the main character of the book's talking about his fire and brimstone god, and then the other guy starts laughing. And he goes, "What are you laughing about?" "Oh, no, we know about him. We heard about him. He doesn't know there's other gods above him that keep screwing with his shit." And I'm paraphrasing here, but keep screwing with his stuff, and he can't figure out why things keep messing up.
So what's up? What's up, Christopher?
So I'll give an example of what that guy was doing.
Oh, hold on a second, James. What's up, Christopher?
I was going to say, what's up?
Hey, bud.
What do you think of this clusterfuck, buddy?
It's not really the usual clusterfucks I'm used to. Like, this isn't a true clusterfuck until there's like 10 people in here. That's my opinion.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
I've been real clusterfucks. Believe me, I know. I've lived the tale, and it is just so like it's people over talking each other. That's a clusterfuck and shit.
Yeah, he's talking to us like we never heard this crap before. That's why I take offense to it. He's not bringing anything new to the table.
Yeah, he uses the Socratic method a lot. Like, all you really need to know about him is that he's basic precept, and also that he likes to browbeat you if you do not like conform to like a certain position that he wants you to. If you answer yes or no to a question, if you answer yes, he'll either like browbeat you, or like get real pissed, or no, he'll repeat himself.
Well, like the question he brought to Quiet Atheist after Quiet Atheist said, you know, they were talking about the one contradiction that. Anyways, he asked what's the nature of reality. It's like, really? What the fuck? That means what the fuck is happening? What's going on?
Of course.
The nature of reality. What kind of bullshit, stupid word salad are you trying to make?
Well, yeah, let me give you an example. Now I'm going to speak about astronomy. Please don't interrupt me. Please don't be rude and interrupt me.
I'll be back in an hour.
Okay. And the moon is made of cheese. And then somebody interrupts me, and I'm like, hey, won't you let me talk? No, sir. The moon is not made of cheese. No, you're being rude. Okay, let me keep talking about astronomy. Come on, man. Yeah.
Yeah, he likes to do that a lot, and also like sometimes, like I don't know if you've ever been in Nadia's Hangouts. He's been in Nadia's Hangouts mostly in MK's, and he'll appeal to the moderator and say, "Moderator, are you going to let this happen? Are you going to let this rude person interrupt me?"
Yeah, that's funny too, because when he's running a hangout, or if he's in a hangout where someone's on his side. He goes snaps the fuck off on people.
Well, see, there's another problem. I only finished my first cup of coffee, so I don't have enough.
Yeah, and goddamn,
I have a complete non-tolerance level.
And goddamn it, Paul, you're pretty vicious when you don't have your coffee, man.
Yeah.
I'm ready
I've
for
heard this shit for over 60 fucking years. I think I've shown enough tolerance.
Yeah, it's like the reason I don't need to overtalk Paul is because he's not making one unfounded assertion after another and playing down a script where I already know where the end of the script goes.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we jump in here. I mean, we might be. I don't think anybody's really cutting anybody off, though. I mean, we'll jump in. You know, that's just how these hangouts are. At least these. Some are more structured.
Yeah, and it's basically simple like this. It's not necessary to jump off a cliff to know where the ending is going to be.
Exactly. If you try and tell me rats are reptiles and keep talking, I'm going to actually interrupt you.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about his whole computer analogy was so fucking far. You can't compare something that, okay, maybe nobody in this room knows the inner workings of electromagnetic force and all that shit. They're not quantum physicists and can't break every component of a computer down. But there are people out there that can. There's nobody out there that can do that, for God.
Yeah, it got built somehow.
Yeah.
How come
God.
But how come his senses are good enough to know that he has the right one?
I have these great magical powers, guys.
Yeah, like I said in the book, how does he know his god is the top dog?
Yeah.
How do you know there are any gods? I mean, it's so weird. He's like, from those of us that have gotten revelation from Scripture, it's like, stop right there, bro.
You know,
why your revelation isn't total bullshit.
I think he just likes to come in, get us all jacked up, and then leave and sit there and laugh at us. He's sitting there, oh, these fucking assholes are still talking about me 20 minutes later.
But it's like, you know, who's that really cool
Probably
Christian
gets
guy
his
that was
jollies
in here that
off.
one time? What was his name? Saint
John something. I know who you're talking about.
Like, do you remember how that guy, like, he could disagree with you, but then he'd hear you out, and then he'd respond, and, like, he'd be like, okay, my assertion is unfounded, I'll give you that, and then he'd give you something else. Like, this guy just can't do that.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, St. Tommy.
Oh, that's
like,
it, yeah.
I don't agree with you, Tommy, and he's like, well, it's okay. You know?
I actually liked St. Tommy. He was a good guy. I really hope that he comes into my future hangouts, man. I liked him.
No, but yeah, Dawkins is just the type. He's okay. Well, you're wrong, and I'm going to tell you why you're wrong, and this is why because I say so. So no, that's not how it fucking works.
Yeah, the dude's a total douche. Yeah.
Well, then what the hell is he talking to us for? We already know who's going to hell and not going, you know, whatever. And this all-powerful God has no control over making it hell.
Justice is part of God's nature. If that's the way God set it up, if that's the way God had to set shit up, then
that's the way he had to shed, you know, and
really not on his top of his game.
Infinite punishment for a finite crime. Well,
Exactly.
what are you going to learn from that? You're going to learn, kiss your ass, God. Kiss your ass, God.
That would be the equivalent of me, you know, tying someone up to a tree and burning them to death for simply stealing a piece of gum from my fucking room. Right?
Yeah, make several assumptions that contradict reality, and then find ways to twist reality so it fits your assumption. Come on.
They've had 2,000 years to make this God so esoteric. They esoteric him out of existence, but still want to talk about him as being in existence.
Yeah, that within itself is a fucking contradiction right there.
Well, 2,000 years of working on this to get it to be so esoteric and so whatever, but then bring it back in as a reality.
We've had great philosophers working on this, and all we come up with is stupid shit like Pascal wagers.
Yeah.
I would say the biggest contradiction, as far as I see, is all the times it talks about God interfering with free will in the Bible, but according to the Bible, you're not supposed to be able to. He's not supposed to be able to.
Wait, when he had the Jewish people, supposedly, which never happened, come out of Egypt and go to the other lands and over 40 years, he was in there all the freaking time. He didn't seem to be. There seemed to be no problem with him, interfering with people's free will of knowing that he existed back then, and still they rejected him when Moses went up to the mountain. So I shows you what kind of an.
What you need to know is that it was a different time period.
Took it out of context.
Different covenant, yeah. Different covenant. It was for the Jews, yeah.
And it's so funny. It shows you how much of an asshole he must have been. They knew him personally because he dropped the mannas or whatever, so they had something. They didn't like him. They knew him personally, and they didn't like him, and they started. Oh, Moses is gone. Let's get another one.
There's lines in the Bible that says, "No man shall see my face," and then there's another, at least one or two that God says He appears before man and has a conversation with him. It's like, well, make up your fucking mind. It almost sounds like people who don't even know each other wrote down different parts of this book, and it just got all thrown together.
And then he wrestles with one of the characters, right? He wrestles with one of them, and he's losing, so he grabs him by the Canucks.
Yeah.
That was Jacob, I believe.
Well, that's another thing. I can't stick it to them that their God is omniscient or omnipotent, because many times in the Bible, he couldn't find Adam in the garden. The guy's definitely limited in power. Back then, their gods were regional. If you went to battle, you needed to do it in your own territory where your god was stronger. Did you know that?
Maybe there's like Paul was saying, and there's different.
It's all about that jurisdiction, man.
No, maybe it's like Paul was saying, there's different gods, and they each get their own universe, and we just ended up with the short bus god.
Yeah. The children of a lesser god. You seen that movie?
God's up in heaven with the safety helmet on.
Did you see the movie Children of a Lesser God?
No, I can't say that I have.
It had to do with a woman who was deaf. So she was a child of a lesser God. Well, it's just a play on an idea. That's all it was. It wasn't anybody said that in the movie, but it was just implying that because she had a handicap, her God wasn't quite as good as everybody else's. That's all. It was just, But that's why I always say these people were children of a lesser God, because their God doesn't act anything like a God. And they never bring the Bible into it. You notice that? He loves you all to be on the right tribe and not in the wrong city, and you'll be fine. Because if you're in the wrong city, your ass is grass.
Now, I'm with Tyrion, the god of tits and wine.
The god of tits and wine.
I just so tired of it. So fucking. And that's why I used to, like I said, I used to talk to Randy, and I think I did say to him, I says, you're well over 80 now. He's probably 90 now. But anyway, and how you keep such a cool. Of course, I don't see what he's doing at home. He might be bouncing off the walls. But
one yesterday.
I've done this shit for years. He's Randy was a child prodigy. Did you know that?
Who is this we're talking about, Paul?
James Randi.
Oh, James Randi.
Yeah, what a beast. Personally. But anyway, he used to be a child prodigy. Matter of fact, when he was fairly young, he had already, he's from Canada, and he was already done school. He was done. He had, basically been graduated out, because he excelled, okay? So what he did one time, he used to have a card. He says he wished he had it because it was his truancy card, and so he can show the cop that, no, I don't have to be in school, And he went to, I forget who it is, he's going to hate me for it, but he went to see a magician and watched that whole thing. He knew it was an illusion, but he just loved that. That's how he got into it. And then he went backstage and met the guy, and that's how he started getting into, becoming a magician, doing that stuff and seeing how the stuff works and all that shit. And once you see how people could be deceived so easily,
Yeah.
it really gives you a big clue to how the psyche of the human being works. I don't want to know how a trick works, basically, because I want to enjoy the illusion. And then the thing is, later on in his life, he became he considered himself a mentalist, which means blah blah blah, read the mind thing, which is he's just putting on the stage act. He tells people this is fake. So he would have within the last couple decades or so, he would have either seminars and stuff like that, and it'd be in front of the people, and he'd show them how code reading is done, how you keep throwing stuff out, and then when you hit something, you go, and you word it out. We've seen that being done, but he's con on it. So anyway, after he showed the people how it works, how it's faked, he always would have a few people, one or two or whatever, come up and say, I know you say that you can't do it, but I can see you're real. Some people need it so bad it's pathetic.
Yeah.
It's absolutely.
I remember that one master illusionist, what's his name? Chris Angel, Mind Freak. And he had an episode on TV where he literally, walked on water across a fucking swimming pool, man. And then later on, he basically showed how it was done.
Yeah, of course it's fake. It's all an illusion. So what's the big deal? You watch the thing, you go, you sit there, what the how's he doing this? How he's doing that? And then Brenny was saying he had one guy who's a top physics. Somebody topped into the physics, and they had somebody doing a performance where he came out and floated over the audience and all that stuff. Now, this is when you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail. And he's getting, boy, that's dangerous how he's doing this, because he's trying to relate it to what he knows with super cold temperatures, magnetic fields, and all that stuff, because he's trying to think that he's using a magnetic field, and of course he's probably super cooling things off, blah 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 blah. And then Randy leans over, and I don't know what he doesn't tell us what he did. He says, no, this is how he's doing it. Goes, by strings, whatever the case may be. And he goes, oh, okay. And that's what the problem these people have. They have this hammer from the Bible, and everything's a freaking nail.
Yeah.
They look at everything like, you're imperfect. Well, I was made by the so-called perfect being. How can I be imperfect?
I think what amazes me is how people are able to adapt their concepts so well with the march of time and discovery. Like when I was a little kid, I believed in Bigfoot because, I knew how big the Pacific Northwest was. I'd seen some of the so-called evidence. It looked pretty compelling to me, and as time went on, and we've gotten infrared now flying over those forests, looking for forest fires. How could there be a population of 200 at least large, mammals just undiscovered? I don't believe in it anymore. But that's changed. When I was a kid, it was a valid belief. It's just that we know more now.
Not only that, as information does come in, you find out about genetics, and you have to have a population of a few thousand to be genetically viable.
But I went to 200 because that's the absolute minimum if they're just barely hanging on.
They're just barely hanging on, and then you have problems. Because look at the cheetah. You can take one skin graft from one cheetah and put it on another cheetah from wherever, and it'll take.
Yeah, they're in trouble if they ever get a bad flu or something.
Right, because they just fly right through them.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hit the damn lottery again. The gods hate me.
That's because you don't have faith, Paul.
I have faith that I at least know. Every time I get the damn ticket, I say, "Oh, here the losing numbers are."
The losing numbers are.
Right here. Only hit one out of all of them. Oh, well. Not even a free ticket to try to lose again. But you know, there's other prizes besides the top one. Years ago, we hit 265.
Yeah.
Not thousand, unfortunately. Dollars.
Shit, it would fucking be nice to hit the fucking Powerball, man. Shit.
Yeah. Just a lark.
That's some life-changing money right there.
Oh man, you know, I often talk to them because you see those people who are homeless. It'd be so nice to be able to hand them a card of a place they can go if they want, because you don't know why. Some people, that's what they want to be, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know their psyche, or to have somebody be able to go on this, you know, and say a place, and if you can, to give them the boot step if they want to, back into society. You know, get them a place to be and get them a job, because you know, in a lot of situations today, if you don't have a job, you can't get a place to live. You don't have a place to live and an address, you can't get a job. You know, and it's a bad cycle.
Catch 22.
What would be the first thing you would do, Uber, if you won the Powerball?
Pay off the house. Move. Throw my mom some cash. Take care of everybody else in my family.
Myself, I would probably have about 3 or 4 homes.
Ah, damn, Paul, where would you have these homes?
One in Florida. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe one in this area. Hawaii, where somebody's supposed to go. And maybe Australia.
Oh,
maybe,
wow.
or Japan. I don't know. I'm talking about you know, like you're winning tens to maybe $100 million. So, you know, and like I said, then you get into all kinds of activities which are ones to help people, you know?
Yeah.
What else do you know, if you don't share it, you're an asshole.
Yeah, I think like a big investment would be just building my office, which is like basically my philanthropy center. I get up in the morning, like, who can I help today?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, there's so much out there you could be doing, you know?
Yeah.
Because I remember years ago in Pennsylvania, oh God, we're talking 20, 30 years ago, it was the first time they ever hit $100 million in Pennsylvania. You know, it was a fluke. And that was big money then. We're talking 300,000-400,000 million. Anyway, and one guy says, oh, I'll buy a business. And I look at him, what? Well, I can't do cruises all the time. It's like, that's his, you know, cruise or work. And I said, why would you want to do something and now I have to worry about money, I have to worry about employees, I have, you know, I mean, I don't want a business like that. I mean, I'll have people working for me, because that's the other thing. Nobody ever thought outside the box. Oh, I wouldn't want to have all that money, you know, people will be knocking at your door. I said, you don't have a 6'5" burly guy answering the door?
Yeah, just hire you a bodyguard, man.
Right. You have a few people, not that, you know, and then you have a secretary. You don't answer the phone. Your secretary answers the phone.
I think I'd rather.
You have $100 million and you're still in your little nest.
I think I would rather deal with the people that come out of the woodwork just so I could tell them to fuck off.
No, I don't. No, I don't. That's what the idea of having all that money is, to fuck that aggravation. Yes, you're going to have aggravation. That's normal life, blah, blah, blah. But you don't need it.
It wouldn't be aggravation to me, though. It would be calming.
Hey, James, go take care of such and such. And you go on and do whatever you're doing.
Okay, so I could be your personal assistant when you win?
I would hire a lot of people I know. That would be a job. Wherever they were, you don't have to move. Wherever you are, you get a paycheck.
Hey guys, I want to change the subject. It's something I particularly want to ask Paul about.
Go ahead. I'm gonna while you ask, Paul. I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute myself because I'm gonna go fix me a pot of coffee real quick, and you guys have a conversation. I'll be right back.
Okay, see you, John. Okay, so Paul, have you seen Will Wheaton's video where he's talking to the straw man of all these guys that can't relate to Star Wars because it has a female character lead.
No, I don't. No, I haven't seen his. No, I haven't.
Okay,
I love a woman. I love anybody who's strong. But
Chris might have.
Supposedly, there's a bunch of douches out there that just can't relate to female leads, and I just don't know where they're at. But he's yelling at us, whoever we are. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking you, Paul, because you have the strong females behind you.
Right. That's what I do. If you notice, I mean, I have other men above that you can't see. But yeah, all these are strong women. Now this one here, I don't know really her character, but you know, because I'm not in comics. I love that was the best Wonder Woman-like drawing I seen. You know.
Yeah, so it's basically my point is like these feminists, they have to make a big deal about the gender of the person. It's just like, remember when we just used to watch movies and go, that person's a badass.
Yeah. Well, the problem I used to have with women when I was a kid is, you know, you always had these monster movies, and she always wore high heels in the jungle, running away from the monster. She'd fall. Yeah. Some guy would have to come save her ass and probably get killed while doing it. And now we have women that are really, you know, they're capable, you know? I mean, there's not every man is not capable, not every woman is capable. That's fine. But they always have to have that woman in distress. Oh, he goes back and saves her. Yay! You know, like, I hated that. Now I got a woman that comes in there and she does what she does. You know, she, you know, within her limitations as anybody else out there, and I enjoyed the hell out. I really did. And I knew right from the get-go that she was the Jedi. You know,
yeah.
It came up pretty fast because, you know, when you first seen her, there she is getting apart and stuff, and she's doing her thing. She swings down a rope, you know, big gonads coming down on that damn rope. And then you see that she can talk to the, you know, BB-8, you know, and she knows how things work. That's one of the biggest things of all Jedi. They're mechanically inclined unbelievably, you know?
Yeah, I love the character too, man.
Yes.
So it really pains me if you could see what Wheaton said, because I grew up, I used to play Dungeons and Dragons with him.
Just give us the short rundown. What do you say?
Yeah. Well,
dude, it's basically chastising like almost men in general because we hate Star Wars because we don't like a female lead.
Well, I always get a kick, you know, it's like when the Enterprise came out, right? Star Trek Enterprise.
Right, I've watched the series, loved it.
Yeah, and what happens in the beginning of it? Do they have the normal whoa, 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 whoa? No, they have
stupid pop music.
Yeah, but know what? I was on a thread, and they're all crying about why don't they have a... I said, I love you people. You people talk about being so open-minded and open, you know, free to new ideas until they happen. And then
I didn't like the choice either, but like, hey, go ahead and you know, be original. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I did like this song. To me, I like it.
Well, you're gonna make some choices I don't like. That's part of taking chances, you know.
Yeah. But I did like the song, and to me, it was like they broke with tradition, and right away, all the people who don't like tradition were crying about breaking with tradition.
I think, you know, I think I like the classical music intros, not just for tradition reasons. I just think it's really appropriate. It's really more powerful to me.
Okay, okay. Music is everybody's, you know, some people have stuff called country western.
There's nothing objective here for us to come down to.
No, there isn't. It's all subjective. I will agree on that. That's not a problem. It's like their God is very subjective.
So, like, I've always wanted to reconnect with Will Wheaton because he...
Uh-oh.
This SJW stuff is coming from a good place in his heart.
Okay, try again. You were breaking up after you said you wanted to be Will Wheaton.
Well, he's gone full PC SJW style.
Yeah.
And it hurts me because I know he's a good person and I know his motivations are good. I know he's not doing it for virtue signaling reasons. I know he thinks he's doing good for the world, you know, and he tries to use his platform in a good way, and he just, oh man, but he's 43 years old, I think, because I think he's a year older than me, and I'm 42. So it's kind of hard to bring a guy back. I don't know.
Who are you talking about, James?
Will Wheaton. It's a guy
This boy who got slapped on Star Trek.
I disconnected with him over 20 years ago when we were kids, like when he went to college and shit.
Oh, okay.
Well, who knows? He may mature and re-see what's going on now. Because, like I say, when we worry about man spreading, we're at the bottom of the barrel, scraping. Right. This is third world problems. Let's talk about, first world problems. Let's talk about third world problems. Let's talk about women who are being abused.
Let's talk about millions of little girls getting their clits cut off.
Right. Let's talk about real problems. Let's fix them first before we worry about men spreading. Because
but they're
to a woman spreading and running terror.
Their common reaction to that, though, Paul.
Paul, you're just mansplaining.
That's
no. Right. Their common reaction to that, Paul, is, oh, well, they got people over there to deal with that. Let them deal with that.
Oh, no. We see how that's
you know why I see in this hangout? I see 4 cisgendered white males just mansplaining.
Well, yeah. Well, you got that wrong with one of us, because for one, I'm not white.
Oh, you're not? Okay, I'm not white.
White's a Mexican.
How come everybody else is allowed to be born what they are except for me?
Because you're part of the patriarchy. I'm sorry.
Oh, I am, am I?
Yeah.
Could have fooled me sometimes. Especially when I had to worry about, I'm one of those people, I had this real man privilege of being able to be drafted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul, come on now. That's just your internalized misogyny speaking. No, I'm just giving. Oh, man, the terms that these people come up with.
And I tell everybody I went into the Air Force because I knew I could not outrun or dodge a bullet.
No.
That makes sense.
What's up, Jonathan?
Hey, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm cool, man. Oh, sorry about your car wreck, dude.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate. Me and my wife are in a really rough spot, and that's why I'm trying to do this crowdfunding campaign. And this is the only one that I'm going to be doing. I ain't going to be doing any more after, this campaign is over. I just only wanted to do it one time,
Yeah, man. I hope it works out for you, dude. That sucks.
I hope so, too, because right now we're shit out of luck.
Got the old Shoe Leather Express going, huh?
Yeah, I got a vehicle that goes by the name of Chevrolet Legs.
Yeah, that's right, dude. I hear you.
I had to walk my son.
I hate car problems, man.
Yeah, I had to walk my son to school this morning, and it's probably about a mile from here.
Yeah, it sucks, dude. Don't they run school buses?
Yeah, they do, but only for the special needs children. Yeah. Everybody else. Yeah, everybody else has to get rides from their parents.
Right.
Or in high school here, there's a lot of kids that have their own vehicles and stuff. So. Yeah, but my morning is pretty good. Decided to have a hangout and talk with everybody, see how everybody's doing.
Yeah, I'm a little hungover, dude. Me and some cheap whiskey. Made some rounds last night. So.
Did you have a party last night or what?
Oh man, every night's a party, bro.
What the hell is that, Paul?
That's my speed pass for the Comic-Con.
Here, let me feature it. Hold on. Go ahead and put it up to the camera again.
Okay, there's.
Oh, right on. Right on.
Yeah,
That's
they just came
cool.
yesterday.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome, Paul.
Yeah, we had
we
a Comic-Con here a couple of weeks ago.
How was it?
And I didn't get a chance to go. I didn't have the money to go, but from what I understand, it was really good. They had a couple of the actors and actresses from The Walking Dead on a panel here, which was pretty interesting. I wish I was there to see that, but yeah, it was pretty good.
As you know, the artist behind me, a lot of Walking Dead, but I'm not into that. But I would probably still enjoy it. You know, it's amazing. You have a lot of these ones we go to, and they got voice actors who do the voices of the anime and stuff like that. And by and large, nice group of people. I mean, they're very personable. You can talk to them and all that crap, you know?
Yeah. Well, last year when that Comic-Con was here, I wasn't able to get to go to that one, but I'm sure that you're familiar with that TV show, Paul, Breaking Bad, where that chemist teacher decided to start cooking methamphetamines, and he went into a partnership.
No, I've heard of it, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the RV that they used to cook meth with in the TV series was here at the Comic-Con last year, and people got to go inside the RV and take a small tour of it, which was pretty cool.
Yeah. Like I said, last year, of course, they had Back to the Futures, Time Machine.
Yeah.
Art and that stuff, and I got a few pictures. I'll try to see. I hope it comes again. I'll do different techniques this time.
Yeah. So, Jonathan, do you plan on having another intimate relationship with whiskey tonight?
Probably not whiskey. I'm gonna have to switch gears, man. That was rough. I don't normally drink whiskey. That was. I'm probably gonna. I might switch back to beer tonight, or I may go get a box of cheap wine. Maybe give that a go.
Fuck it, get some Mad Dog, man.
Oh, dude. Mad Dog.
Oh, God.
Mad Dog should come with a free roll of toilet paper and a written apology.
Oh, shit.
Let me tell you about
literally.
My God. You already? I'm going to tell you about my God.
Who's your God, Paul?
I'm done.
Haha. I got it.
About.
Oh shit, man.
Design and esoteric.
How do you make God laugh?
How?
Tell him your plans.
Yeah.
That one was from John Cleese. I can't take credit for it.
I'm gonna have to go work on my lawnmower. I got to go outside and take my stupid lawnmower apart and try to fix it.
Yeah, you got some weeds that are getting out of control over there, Jonathan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm usually pretty good with keeping up with my yard, but I've had issues with that stupid mower. Taking it apart and put it together, I got a fuel line problem. I don't know. I got some bad gas in it.
Do you drain it?
Frustrating.
Do you drain it over the winter months?
No, I should have. You're right.
Okay, I learned the hard way myself that it's not any words of wisdom. It's words of uh-oh, I fucked up.
That's when you get some of those electric lawnmowers run off of pure juice.
Yeah, I'm broke, dude. Just like you, I got to work with what I got.
Yeah, I don't even have a fucking lawnmower, man. I had to have a friend of mine come and do my backyard for me a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I tell you, here in Nashville, man, here in Tennessee, the grass grows stupid crazy, man. It's like every 5 or 6 days. I mean, it's got to be mowed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, here too. I mean, the grass here grows fucking quick. And what's even worse are the fucking weeds and shit. Because in some spots in my backyard, before I had someone come and mow it, there were weeds that were at least 6 feet fucking high, man.
Wow, that's crazy. It's like trees, little trees.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I was telling my daughter the other day because she really likes science and biology, and she's in middle school. I said, if you want to make $1 zillion, figure out a way to biologically engineer pretty green grass that only grows 2 inches high and stops.
Yeah. Or another idea where you can make a lot of money in is figure out how to capture an asteroid when it's going by Earth and mine the son of a bitch.
Yeah, well, that's a whole different thing, but it's called AstroTurf.
Yeah. And get all of that.
I mean, real grass, dude, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it's worth it to me.
I don't know, man. Maybe I should I could pave my whole backyard and then paint the pavement green.
Well, did you hear about what some residents were doing in California? They were being that they have that drought over there. Some homeowners were spraying their lawns with biologically friendly coloring to make their lawns look green.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's nuts. I wouldn't care, man. I wish my grass would die. I wouldn't give a shit.
Rocks are good.
Yeah, man.
Rocks
and sand.
Yeah, I think if Jonathan had his way, his front yard would be nothing but fucking dirt.
I know. all my neighbors and it wouldn't fly, but that would be just fine by me.
Yeah. Not me. I can't stand fucking dirt, man. It's fucking
dirty.
Right.
Well, no shit, Paul. Fucking smart ass.
Jokes.
Dirty.
Fucking Paul Paul is a fucking wise ass this morning, man.
Hey, man, check this out. About a block from my house, we got a brand new church that opened last week. That means, and I did a count, I've got 19 churches in a 2-mile radius of my house now.
Damn.
Where do you live, Jonathan?
Mount Juliet, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah, cue the banjo music.
There are other states, you know. This might.
Yeah, I know, man. I can't. I'm not in a position to be able to move yet. I'm a single dad. I've got 2 kids, and they're pretty entrenched with their friends and stuff. Plus, I'm kind of in debt. It'd be kind of hard to relocate, but eventually I plan on it.
Yeah, well, I moved from Pennsylvania down to Florida. Then 5 years ago, my wife died, and about a year and a half, it's over a year and a half now, I moved up here to Denver with my son.
Yeah.
Denver, that's cool.
Yeah, I actually like Denver. The only thing that I don't like about it is the amount of people. I mean, I don't know, man.
The amount of people. I was living in an area up in the east, East Coast, Northeast, where people never ended. Here, you go a few miles outside of Denver, and it goes away.
Does it?
I was in areas where it doesn't go away. It goes all the way from Philadelphia, housing, all the way to New York.
Right.
All south. You don't know what a lot of people is.
Well, when I lived in Denver, I lived in Aurora, Paul.
Yeah, Aurora's that way.
Yeah.
In front of me, northish.
Yeah.
I'm facing east.
Well, I tell you, Nashville, man, I'm only like 20 minutes east of Nashville, and Nashville's growing like crazy, man. Middle Tennessee, there are lots of people that are relocating down here, a lot of conservatives, a lot of Bible thumpers that are leaving other areas up north that are becoming, too intelligent for them and actually progressive, and they're coming down here where all the nutty Bible thumpers are so they can mass in numbers. And the Christian music industry is huge down here, and I mean, I'm telling you, this place is just saturated. If I could get out, man, I would.
Back in the old days, before I had the satellite radio in the car, you go around the FM radio, and me and my wife would be taking a trip, and I'd be on a station, and I wouldn't be on that station 10 seconds. I go, uh-oh, it's just not, because they'd make that music sound rockish, but it ain't. And
you can tell.
Yeah, I said, this is the way to work. They said, listen to the wording. You know, so blah blah. He loves me, and he ain't singing about
Yeah.
something else. You know, he's singing about Jesus, or
I
God.
wish Jesus would mow my grass.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, I watched my NASCAR this weekend, and there was that invocation that specifically invoked Jesus again.
Oh yeah, NASCAR. Yeah.
Like, hey, fuck you Jewish fans, fuck you Hindu fans, fuck you Muslim fans, fuck you atheist
Yeah,
fans.
every week.
Yeah.
I'm picturing all the Jewish and
how many of those Christians
NASCAR fans?
Yeah, and how many of those Christians get splattered over the highway?
Yeah, man. There's that one Daytona 500 race where Dale Sr. crashed and died, and they had a invocation before that race. That shit didn't work.
Yeah.
I want any of the Christian drivers or fans to say any prayers they want. But and by the way, NASCAR is a private institution, so hey, they can do it if they want. But I wish they wouldn't. I think it's a poor marketing decision, and it kind of, hey, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for leaving me out. You know, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I got to tell you, man, every year my son and I, we go to Talladega. And we didn't go this last year because my Suburban is broke down. But normally we go every year. And, yeah, man, that place is packed with the Jesus people. And they're crazy Jesus people. And they're Jesus people that are armed, and they're waving their Dixie flags, and they're drunk as hell with no shirts, and they're angry and crazy and shit. And it's like, then they do the invocation, man, and you got tens of thousands, if not 100,000 people standing on their feet watching a tractor trailer haul ass around the track with a giant American flag, and they're like, "You, Jesus, America, hell yeah, motherfuckers!"
Yeah, James, NASCAR would get quite a backlash if they cut that bit.
But I gotta tell you, man, at that moment, at that track, even though I knew I was in the extreme minority, I felt extremely safe from ISIS there. That'd be the last place on earth they would attack at that moment.
But it's become a global sport. I mean, they got working on the cars. They got German engineers and Japanese engineers, and they, we got a lot of drivers from California. It's not really. I know it started in the South with the rum running and all that, or with the moonshine running, but that's not what it is anymore. And
NASCAR is going to have to be more inclusive, man, if they want to survive.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
They're going to have to break out that divine weed eater and that divine lawnmower to get that tall grass.
That's right. Have to work together.
There's
Here in Nashville, the mayor, she was recently elected, and rumor was that she was an atheist. Come to find out, she was a liberal Catholic. But she did kind of like a press conference thing where she was talking about the economy, the local economy. But before that, they had a Southern Baptist preacher do like an invocation. But then she also had a Muslim dude come out and do an invocation in Arabic, and then had a Catholic priest come out and do one. And I thought, wow, this is pretty progressive for Nashville. And I didn't ever hear anything about it or read anything about it in the paper or whatever, but she, Middle Tennessee, like Nashville, the downtown area, is pretty liberal.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you look at the big cities in Tennessee, Nashville, Chattanooga, Memphis, Knoxville, they're all pretty liberal. It's the rest of the state that's conservative and hardcore, and it's kind of funny. You find the big cities, the progressive areas that are more liberal, and it's the rural areas that are the Bible thumpers.
That's normal up north too.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
not
pretty much
because down south, but still.
They got AR-15s in one hand, and then they got the Bible in the other. America, fuck yeah.
pretty much every state, really.
NASCAR fans.
Yeah, Jesus owned the gun. I don't know how he
Sure.
got across, but he owned the gun.
Well, that reminds
sure.
me of here, Illinois, a little further south from where I'm at in Zion, the guy who got elected mayor was old school creationist, flat earther. He made it a law that it had to be taught in the schools in the city and shit. And this only lasted for, I don't know, 4 or 6 years while he was in office. But this was in the 60s, I think. I forgot the guy's name, but yeah, that was scary how close and how recent that shit is to where I'm at.
Well,
I wonder how much further ahead we'd be as humans if that shit wasn't holding us back.
yeah,
I can tell you right now, I'm willing to make a prediction here in that regard, Jonathan. I'd say that we would probably be already on Mars by now, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
well, I tell you, when I was a kid, they were in grade school. They were still turning over to not reading the Bible. And I'm going back quite a few years, but I remember the principal had come in because the teacher was still reading the Bible. And I don't remember, of course, what he said because I was young, but it was basically about why they're not reading the Bible. And the whole thing is, too, I just had a grandnephew write, or put it on his Facebook about, they took, God out of school. No, you're allowed to bring a Bible to school. You're allowed to pray in school. It's just not, sanctioned by the school. You can do whatever you want in that, You can read. You can pray for the test. You can do anything you want. It's just not led by the damn school.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of the pastors that preach, they preach a bunch of lies. They tell us that we can't pray anymore in public. They tell us that we can't pray in school, and they tell us that we can't be Christians. It's like, who the hell tells you that shit? I'm not telling you that.
Isn't it amazing that that they can break their commandments, bringing false witness, lying, basically? That's okay. That's okay because
I like that they break the Sabbath commandment every Sunday.
Yeah, it's okay as long as they do it.
The Sabbath is Friday night till sundown Saturday.
Yeah.
But going to church on Sunday has nothing to do with the Sabbath. It says in the New Testament that the apostles gathered after the death of Jesus on Sundays, and that's like Easter. They celebrate his resurrection, and so every Sunday is like a little Easter, but it has nothing to do with the Sabbath or the Ten Commandments. I think that's kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They wanna apply standards to everybody else that themselves can't even adhere to. That's what makes me laugh.
Yeah. We got to get the Ten Commandments back in school, but we're not going to go to church on the Sabbath. But
Yeah. We're gonna go work.
The Seventh-day Adventists are like Southern Baptist type people that go to church on the Sabbath. They're probably the only Protestant that I can think of that actually tries to do the Sabbath thing.
Yeah.
I remember when I lived in South Carolina, there was a church where they actually did the whole snake handling thing.
Oh yeah, that's a smart idea.
I know.
Fuck a snake.
Hey everybody, let's go get a snake. Let's go get a rattlesnake, and let's hold it in our hands, and let's go have some fun.
No.
I was invited a few times. I'll pass.
Yeah, the one that's on my thing now, she's my god.
Yeah, I watched that movie last night, man. I watched it on DirecTV. I paid like $6 for it, so I could get it for like 3 days. My kids really love it. That's a cool movie, man.
Yeah, I to me, it's my number one right now. It's my top Star Wars.
Pretty cool.
My number one right now is Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah, that was a cool movie, man.
Yeah.
Did you see that somebody decided that they wanted to force the makers of that to give the guy a boyfriend now?
Oh yeah, I started seeing that shit trending on Facebook, and I saw a little bit of it.
What the fuck is wrong with these people? I mean, if the guy was gay, that'd be fine, but he's not. I've never heard of anything where Captain America was gay.
No, he's
That's why he hangs out with women, you know. But whatever.
I mean, there are gay superheroes. Like, he's not one of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I started to see that stuff trending on Facebook, and then I saw it a little bit on Twitter too.
Wow. I bet he could pound that ass. All right. The superhuman way. Bam, 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 bam.
He'd break your ass there, Jonathan.
Break your ass. That's right. Yeah, they need to do some stuff like that, you know. Just go ahead and anytime something like that comes out in the movie, like they're talking about what was that movie? It was a Disney movie, and now they're saying that they want the sequel or whatever, they want to give one of them a girlfriend or something. There's a big uproar about it.
Yeah, they're talking about the animation feature known as Frozen.
Yeah, Frozen. I think they should do it, man. Do it big time.
I think so too, because everybody needs to be represented as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, they might as well. They already made the two sisters lesbian everywhere else on the internet.
That's you know, let writers write, and don't force these things for political reasons. They happen when they happen organically, you know?
Yeah, I know you're right, dude. They do need to happen organically, but I do like to see everybody in my neighborhood freaking out about shit like that. It's great.
You can hear people. You can hear people running up and down the street screaming, "What the fuck did they do to that cartoon?"
Oh man, I tell you, you hear it here in checkout lines at grocery stores and drugstores and wherever, man. Wherever you're at, in the bank line, you hear people bitching and moaning. It's crazy.
Go to the left, bro. Oh man.
Yeah. You'll always have people bitching and moaning about things like that, man, because they don't want to be accepted. You know, they just want their narrative, they want their agenda, and that's it.
Yeah, but
those haters, man.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing in that movie about anything like that. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Okay. And for the policy, before you.
God damn it, James! I don't want to hear your conversation, man. Oh shit!
He needs to get. Do they have a splitter for UB ports? Because he was complaining his problem is he doesn't have enough UB ports to plug in his keyboard and his mouse.
Yeah, they have splitters.
Yeah, they have.
Or his camera, his keyboard, and his mouse.
Well, they have these adapters at Walmart that they sell where I'm at, where you're able to put the one end into the USB port on your laptop, and then it's actually like a big bar, kind of like what a power bar is, a surge protector.
Oh, okay.
But it has multiple USB ports on it. So you can hook up multiple things to your laptop at the same time, you know, and have all of the things working properly.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk to you, Paul. I acknowledged your fucking existence. Damn.
Paul always sitting there like a kid in fucking school trying to raise his hand just an inch higher so the teacher will call on him.
And they also have ones that you can hook up to a power supply, so that doesn't drain, say, that system down.
Yeah.
All right, James. Yeah. We figured out how to fix your shit for you.
Yeah.
I muted you.
Or you could just pray about it.
James, unmute you. There you go.
Yeah, all you have to do, James, to get is a simple device for your USB ports. It's something that you can hook up to your laptop, basically, where you can hook up multiple things at the same time to your laptop, and you can run them all at the same time if you want to.
Paul's holding up one of them.
Yeah, Paul. I'll feature Paul so he can show you what it looks like. Hold on a second.
Oh no!
There it is, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hook that bad boy up to your laptop. You can have a lot more USB ports to run off of if you choose to down the line.
Actually, I have one of those attached to my desktop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You can even use those
spots.
Well, you can even use those for external hard drives too if you want to have more than one. What's up, Patrick?
Yeah, you missed your buddy.
Secular Lobster Mystery.
Who was who? Festa?
No.
Who?
Evolution False.
Oh, damn, man.
Yeah, you missed the party, man.
So much for me having a fucking life this morning. Jeez.
Evolution False. Yeah, right.
Why do you think my roommate's going to buy beer right now? Because I had to talk to that guy.
Oh my God, are you okay?
I just need a beer.
You're good.
Okay, well, as long as that sounds like it. Yeah, okay. As long as you're okay, I mean, because
thanks, Patrick. Appreciate your concern.
Can be fucking crazy.
Hey, Patrick, I want to make a real quick comment about a piece of material that you put in your video, the last one I saw, where that it absolutely made me laugh to the point where I was literally tearing up, dude.
What, tongue punch in a fart box?
Yeah, where the girl was talking about someone tongue punching her fart box.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I found that video. I forgot her name because it's like a 6-minute video. She's one of those people that does these crazy, whatever you want to call it. And I saw that, and I saw that, and I was like, yeah, that's just something that's fun to add. She goes, the meaning of life, talking as many men into tongue punching my fart box is possible. I think she was being sarcastic in it, she does these kind of videos, but I heard that and I was like, I'd tongue punch her fart box,
Oh shit! And then that other piece of footage that you used of those two people having sex right there up on a wall in a parking lot or something.
Oh, that's right down the road from where I live, man.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, that's right down the street where I bought a couple tires. It's about 6 months ago, and yeah, nice little steak restaurant right in the same parking lot.
Hey, I gotta split, y'all. I got to go.
All right, Jonathan.
Bye, Jonathan.
Jonathan Livingston Seagull.
Yeah, this is a crazy fuck. Yeah, that whole fucking shit with that crack whore at that softball field. I had people going, "Oh, that's really sad. Sure, it's funny, but addictions and stuff like that." And I'm like, dude, that's fucking Woonsocket, man. You get crack whores everywhere around here, man, doing crazy shit. You go to the store, and you got, I mean, not all the time, but it's not uncommon to, especially with the weather out, the weather getting warm. Yeah, they'll be outside.
Yeah. Well, I don't like that hey, it's not funny because it's sad or because it's evil or it's bad. It's like, do you realize that's how we cope with that shit as humans?
Yeah, it's funny, man. Shut the fuck up, man. This isn't a moral lesson here. God, if you come to watch my videos for a moral lesson, you're fucked in life to begin with. That's like, was it next weekend they got this big fair type thing with a bunch of bands and rides and stuff. Me and Mrs. Lobster are going to go down there and probably going to take my camera, and there'll be plenty of fucking wacky weird shit, that I can't say only in Woonsocket, but it's.
Well, you better upload some footage to your channel, man.
I'll probably I'll do something.
Do some vlogging, damn it.
Vlogging.
I said.
Vlogging. Hey! Don't tell me how to masturbate.
Oh fuck! For fuck's sake!
I got my eye on you.
I know you do, Paul.
Paul's got his eye on you.
Hey, not trying to bring the conversation down. First chance I've had to talk to you. How you doing, man?
I'm doing a lot better. The burns on my arms and legs are going away. I give it about another day or two at the most, and they'll be completely gone. right now I'm pretty much fucked as far as transportation is concerned. That's why I'm having this campaign. And things are starting to look up a little bit. There's have been people sharing the campaign, and people have donated, which is a good thing. And that's why I wanted to have this hangout. I wanted to reassure everybody that this is the only time that I'm going to be doing a campaign just to get me a vehicle, and then I'm going to stop doing that. I ain't going to do it anymore. Well, and then I also said, once, if and when my goal is reached, I'm going to go purchase the vehicle, and then I'm going to get my vlog camera out, and I'm going to vlog myself driving it, and I'm going to vlog myself showing it to everybody so they know where their money went to,
Yeah, I was telling Mrs. Lobster last night, I said, do you remember that guy I said that had all them issues after Christmas and stuff, what you were going through? She goes, yeah. I said, man, quiet. I said, he done got his car fucking totaled and shit now. His kids were in the car. She goes, God, does anything ever go right for this guy? But
so quiet.
I mean,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to ask him what his insurance, were they going to total that out, or are they going to have...
Well, the car is pretty much totaled. The fucking front end of it is fucking gone, dude. The fucking,
well, I saw the picture, but it's hard to tell without looking at the frame.
Some of the front axles, I guess, I'm not too well versed in mechanics, but the axles are fucking shot. The rims for the tires were fucking cracked and broken. The tires were completely popped, all four of them. Fucking, and the hood to my car was, you couldn't see it all that good from the picture, but the hood to my car was basically smashed in. There was a big, large hump in it.
It looked like it needed a new front end clip, and other than the inside shit.
And me and the cop, when we were looking at the accident, he told me that my car is basically useless, and that it would, cost too much fucking money to get it fixed.
It's up to the insurance companies that decide that shit. Is all.
That's why I'm saying.
Well, if it costs more to fix your car than the car is worth, they'll.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Please tell me you had more than liability.
Well, actually, Patrick, I didn't have to use any insurance on my end, and let me tell you why.
Because it wasn't your fault.
Right. Yeah, I understand that, but
it wasn't my fault, and the cop, thankfully, Patrick, I had.
Hold on, let me close my door. I got assholes racing down my fucking street again.
Yeah. Well, anyway, like I was saying, guys, thankfully, I had witnesses that were backing up my position, when the cop was there conducting his investigation. And after I had the conversation with a police officer, he determined, that it was their fault, which in all actuality it was. Then the stupid bitch that had the other car had the audacity to accuse me of speeding, right? And despite the fact that I wasn't speeding, the cop mentioned to her, it doesn't matter if he was speeding, you still would have been in fault because you weren't fucking paying attention, and you just basically moved right in front of him for him to T-bone you, and the cop told her that it was still her fault. I didn't get no tickets, Patrick. I didn't get any fines. I didn't get my license taken away from me, anything like that, because it wasn't my fault.
Yeah. No, I was just saying, please tell me you had at least liability, because in some states, if there's an accident, no matter who caused it, if you don't have insurance, at least the minimum, it's your fault, because
you shouldn't be out of the room without.
Yeah, I know that, and I think in the state of Maryland, it's pretty much like that.
Well, I'm not sure how the laws work here in the state of Texas. I'm not sure how they could do that type of thing. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Basically, is what he's saying is it's illegal to drive without insurance.
Right. Oh, I know that.
Okay, so you had the bare minimum. That's all. That's all he was asking, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. That scares me when I see these commercials on TV. You know, like they got this guy here that does commercials. It's he's called himself Mini Mo. They go around selling minimum insurance to people. You know, and that to me, that's. I mean, if that's all you can afford, you know, I understand that, you know. But people that go, oh, fuck it, man, you know, and they get, you know, the bare minimum of insurance on their fucking car, and then they drive like an asshole, you know. I don't know.
Well, you know,
oh, sorry.
The thing is, go ahead, James.
I was going to tell you guys a little sob story. I carried full coverage on my car, including like pretty low deductibles, uninsured motorists, extra umbrella, all this shit. Because you know my mom's an insured person. And then 1 month I got behind on my bills, and I changed it to liability only when I was going to re-up the next month back to what I'd had for years. Well, I totaled my truck that month.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works, man. You know? Yep. I mean,
looking out for you.
I got a 2002 Buick Regal, and I have full coverage on it. I got a $250 deductible, but you know, if something happens to that car, you know, I get another one if it, you know, equal or less, you know, equal value, you know. But yeah, you get that. I found out one time that having that rental car insurance is pretty good too.
I had that.
Yeah. Yeah, the insurance though is fucking high for certain vehicles, man. Damn.
I don't pay that much. I've never had a history of speeding. I've never had a speeding ticket.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't been in an accident since like 1989. You know. But yeah, my rates are pretty good.
Yeah.
Driving around here, I'm lucky because driving around here, man, there's times where I'm fucking nervous. Or, you know, I'll tell my wife just to go down the road sometimes. I'll tell my wife, just pulling off on our street onto the main drag here, I tell my wife every time before she leaves, I say, I love you, please look both ways. Because there's cars zipping continuously down this fucking street. You know?
Yeah, well, same here, too. People are fucking maniacs, man. They drive like my fucking ass.
Yeah.
And the person that fucked me over in all of this doesn't even live here in the city.
Oh, how dare her!
You know, and I get this, Patrick. I bet you $1 million that she didn't even tell the cops this. But listen to this. After I T-boned her and after we spiraled out of control and hit the fucking posts and everything, I asked her, what happened? Didn't you fucking see me coming? And she goes, actually, I thought that I could beat you. That's why I did it. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
That's like trying to beat the train at the tracks. You know?
Yeah, I had a friend try to beat the train on the tracks, but he was on foot. And it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, so there had been some moisture accumulated on the rails, and I guess he slipped, and it turned him into a water balloon.
Yep.
And I asked her, are you serious? You put my life at risk and the children that were with me at risk because you wanted to try and beat me across the fucking street?
Yeah. You know, so my mother told me something a long time ago when people used to talk about her slow driving or when people would apologize for taking too long or something. She'd be like, look, I'm not in a hurry. If I was in a hurry, I would have left earlier, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just to beat somebody to a fucking red light, you know? I mean, you know, not too long ago, driving up into Providence, I found people that, for some strange reason, think it's a NASCAR race, and they, in no way, shape, or form, will let you get in front of them. You know, holding their culotta. You know.
It's a fucking rat race, man.
Yeah.
People are always rushing things because they're in a hurry to get fucking somewhere. And like you said, if you want to get somewhere, get out earlier. Fuck.
Yeah. You're in that much of a hurry, dude. You should have left a bit earlier. You know?
Any of you, I don't know if, I'm sure some of you have probably been through Chicago, but have any of y'all seen pictures of the traffic during rush hour out here?
I've driven through Chicago on I-80, I think it is, a couple of times driving cross country, and yes, it sucks. It's not as bad as Los Angeles, but yes, it sucks.
Downtown is even worse than the highways.
Yeah.
Hey, we have Nadia in here. What's going on, Nadia? Can you hear me?
I believe she's messing around with her stuff because she muted herself.
Her stuff.
Hey, James, if she's messing, come on, man, don't be judging.
Well, I have to do
messing
that.
around with her stuff.
Like I have to check my love.
Yeah, I'm going to be leaving soon because we're going to go up to the national park, the mountains.
Oh, okay.
Was that you from back in the day, Paul?
Yeah, that's what I used to do overseas.
Is that you in the picture, I'm asking?
Yeah.
So who do we have here?
No.
Who's
a friend of mine.
Hey,
he came in last time.
Incognito. Yeah, incognito.
Hey, quiet.
What's
up? Paul mentioning, going to state park or something like that. You know what some dickheads out here are doing out in the state parks? They're lining. They found this in about 6 different about 4 different places. People are lining like fishing wire about neck high on biking trails, right?
Oh shit!
And nobody's gotten hurt yet, but it's apparently somebody thinks it's funny to, I don't know, possibly choke somebody out, kill somebody, with that stuff. But so now they've got undercover police walking around looking for, stranger or, idiots putting fishing wire and stuff across trails,
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is fucked up. So what's up, Nadia?
Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Loud and clear.
No, that's my friend Pup. This actually is Miran, Miran, like that. And then has got to handle his Palm Jam, your Incognito Jam and such.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for coming in, man. Be more than happy to have you here.
What's going on?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot at all. Just I experienced an unfortunate situation a couple of days ago, and I'm basically organizing a fundraiser to see if I could get back on my feet as far as transportation is concerned.
Oh my.
Yeah, I got into a nasty car accident a couple days ago, and my car was completely trashed, and it's in the junkyard now, probably right now as we speak. So.
Oh, but did you sustain any injury yourself?
Well, I got some minor injuries, minor burns from the airbags deploying, but that was it.
Nice, yeah. Well,
yeah.
I'm glad nothing really serious happened.
The kids are okay.
Yeah, the kids are doing great. I think the only thing that was traumatizing for them was the wreck itself, and not only that, the presence of cops and all of the stuff going on at the same time. It upset them pretty good, and they started to cry. The cops had to basically hug my son and reassure him that everything was okay, because my son was worried that I was hurt, and it was a very stressful moment for him. And he's just 11 years old, and it was on his and it was on his 11th birthday. So he was in a fucking car crash for his birthday. Pretty fucked up,
Well, that's something he'll never forget.
And yeah, but everybody, I'm doing great. just trying to get back to normal, trying to figure all this shit out, you know.
Well, we here at Secular Lobster Ministries Legal Defense Fund would be more than happy to represent you in court. So that's if you want to lose. But I'm just throwing it out there. You know, we are a charitable giving organization.
That's if you want to lose.
So yeah, quiet.
Well, I don't want to lose, Patrick. I want to win in a lawsuit now. Come on.
Well, you should definitely at least be talking to her insurance agency.
Oh, I am. We're calling each other back and forth. I'm just gonna have to wait and see what the fuck happens. But like I said earlier, something tells me that, you know, the odds are not in my favor in that conversation. So.
For what?
Don't drag your feet on that shit, man. You don't have a car at the moment because of it.
You have a lawyer?
Owes you.
I can't afford a lawyer, man.
Oh no. You can get a fucking lawyer on this shit, man. You know, you tell him what happened, and he'll be like, "Oh, any even TV lawyers, man. You know, that's what they live for.
Oh,
you know. So I mean, you don't need to have money up front necessarily.
Yeah, they work on contingency, especially if you get the first offer will be a lowball offer. Wait, you get a lawyer till you get this first lowball offer. Then take that lowball offer to a lawyer, and he'll work on contingency to get you a better offer.
Yeah.
I would actually check out. There are, at least up here, there's places you can go for free legal counsel, as long as you're not going in there for crime you commit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you could go over here. There are attorneys here that do offer free legal counsel. And the only way that you would pay anything is if you were to pay a retainer, I guess.
No.
And go to court as far. I don't know, man. I have no idea how it works.
Call some places up, man. You know, they'll get you into an office. They'll give you a consultation. You'd be surprised. They will, if they think you have a case, if they think they're going to make money out of it in any way, they will take your case. You know. Yeah. Don't sit there and play, you know, fuck around with the insurance companies because, you know, like those, I'm not trying to sound like a TV commercial, but they do this every day. You know, it's not personal to them, you know. So yeah, I
would check county.
I got. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I would check county because that's what we had to go through was to find a lawyer. Was the county has a firm that you can go to if need for legal disputes and you can't afford a lawyer.
Don't they have TV lawyers out there? Oh, like the ones that go. If you're in an accident, give us a call.
You shouldn't have to pay.
No. You don't.
I got one. There's one on TV that I see a lot when I used to have cable. He's called his name is Dean, and they call him the Strong Arm, and he's always carrying a bat in his fucking commercials.
Just make sure you get a Jew lawyer.
What the fuck?
No shit. Those Jew lawyers, they always seem to get a little bit more money because, you know, they run the whole operation. You know?
In my experience, that stereotype pays off, man. I gotta admit. In my life experience, I've known some pretty good Jewish lawyers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch you later. I'm gonna start motivating for an hour-and-a-half trip up to the mountains.
All right, Paul.
Good talking to you, bud.
Yeah, thank you for coming in, Paul. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute myself. I gotta go get my coffee. Talk amongst yourselves, please.
Love you, Paul. Thank you, buddy.
And Jesus says the First National Bank.
Actually, our Secular Lobster Ministries legal defense team, we've actually hired a Jewish lawyer by the last name of Schwartz. So, yeah.
Hey, Patrick, I got to break some bad news to you.
May the Schwartz be with you.
I still think you're the man, but my man crush for Paul has surpassed you. I guess I've just been hanging out with him more.
You know, yeah, and I know you'd break my heart eventually, but you know, I still have your picture over the toilet, you know, and I think fondly often. Much love.
But yeah, the whole, at least up here, there's it's a government situated thing. They have lawyers that'll help people out. Like I said, you can't go in there. Yeah, I'm on trial for robbing this place. You guys, no, then you'll just get a public defender. But legal situations like this, or divorce if needed, whatever, things like that.
If they're really good, they might even take up to 30% of your settlement, but they'll get you a settlement that's like 400% larger than you would have got. So.
Yeah, because they want to get paid too.
Yeah.
They want to make it worth their while.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This place, these people they're not, this is part of what they need to do to be on the bar is so many hours per year doing.
Oh, are you talking like?
They're not expecting to get paid.
What do they call those?
What do they call what?
Like a public defender?
No, not public defender. What are those? They're not lawyers, but they give legal.
I know what you mean. I forgot.
Yeah, I haven't had enough coffee yet this morning. You'll have to excuse me.
Well, you bet.
This
well,
afternoon.
you better start drinking some more coffee there, Patrick.
Hey, don't tell me how to act.
I already switched to beer, guys.
Damn.
I fully endorse.
Dawkins, you'll do that to you.
What's up, Nadia?
No, I fully endorse. People taking the edge off of what ails or grieves them. So.
Yeah.
That's why I keep a tube of glue around. So
Nadia, you've been doing like a real marathon. Like I can't believe how many hours you have of hangouts going on these days.
Oh yeah, I got maybe I think 1,800 or so.
Jeez, and you have a really steady traffic of interesting people too. I've noticed.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I've noticed about her hangouts is she has a lot of interesting people, and she has a lot of assholes in there sometimes too. It just depends.
I know, because like here, there'd only be assholes.
Well, I mean,
except for Nadia. And
I have my sorry?
The video of a kid getting his face pushed against the freaking wall, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, but I tried having an 8-hour hangout before one time, and I was just like, God damn, man.
That's a long time, dude.
We went about 6.5 hours a couple times there, quiet.
Yeah, I remember.
Till your wife had to be picked up from work, and you didn't. She wouldn't take the bus.
Oh, she's gonna take the fucking. She's gonna take the fucking bus at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. Really?
You guys actually have a bus with like 3 buses or something?
Well, we do have city buses that service the public, but they don't run at night.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing with these lamer systems or whatever.
Like I know downtown the CTA, they weren't pretty damn late, but no, it's not all night.
See, that's the thing with the buses. I mean, they just cut the schedule or whatever when there's some kind of but yeah, price of gas goes up, sure. You can use almost any pretext, and you got trains running. On the other hand, well, they aren't running on gas, or well, might not be running on gas to begin with, especially if they're running on the ground.
Well, we got
on the ground. On the ground, burning gas is but basically give you a tunnel full of the things you can't breathe, right?
Well, no, those are electric. The subways are probably electric, as far as I know.
They don't run on gasoline.
We've got cabs here too, but the cabs are fucking expensive, man. Fuck. I took a cab one time from I don't know what the fuck they call it. I guess they call it the Civic Center. It's a place where they have concerts and shit like that. And I took a cab there, from there to my house, and it costed like $20, and my house is maybe 2.5 miles from that place.
Damn.
Wow.
And I was like, what the fuck, man?
Well, you're not going to get the city's several million, a million workers back and forth by cab.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well, in a place like New York City, you get people that use cabs a lot for work and to get around the city. I don't understand how they can afford it. Son of a bitch.
I had a friend that missed the last train out of Boston back into Rhode Island one night. And so instead of just crashing on a bench at the fucking train station in Boston, he took a cab all the way back to near where I live, and then was shocked when he saw the fucking bill. He paid it, but
Yeah, I mean,
it was a couple $100.
Yeah.
I've seen multi-millionaires, probably with the tens or possibly hundreds of millions, rewriting the subway with everybody else.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I knew people that when I lived in Baltimore that used to take the train every day to New York to go to work.
That's a different thing. That's a different train, different whole model, really.
Not really, not around here. I mean, you got Amtrak. Amtrak is the subway, and it is the fucking train system, man. It's all interconnected.
Who was playing music? Who was playing music in the background?
Oh, that was a friend of mine who also lives here, Piera. You want to say hi? Okay. I'll put you on the built-in speakers so say hi. Also, whatever. Oh, I'll say hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Hello, how's it going?
What's up? What's your name?
My name is John, aka the Quiet Atheist.
Oh, hi John, what's up?
Not a whole lot. How about yourself?
Not too much. I'm just playing guitar for a little bit.
Yeah, I noticed that because I heard the music in the background. I was curious.
That was a Bob Dylan cover song.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. I love that room you guys are in.
It's not like if I play softly, it's cool with.
I think it's more of a Bob Dylan killed folk music when he picked up that electric guitar.
TF's almost has things in the background.
Yeah, I personally think that room. I personally think that room Nadia's in looks like a greenhouse. Yeah.
It's very nice. I mean, for kind of like an office to have all those windows. Is that kind of like your office?
It's a screened-in porch.
Oh, okay.
I think we talked about that last time.
Yeah. What's up, Sydney?
Hey, everybody.
How's it going, sir? Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Okay, that's good.
Sydney, you've been around for a while.
Excuse me?
You've been around for a while, haven't you, Sydney?
Around, yeah, for a long time.
Yeah. You were there with Ed Brayton and Tim Brooks back in 2012?
Yep.
Shit, I can't even remember when I met Sydney on here, man. It's been a while.
I'm pretty sure it's been since 2010 that we've been on this Hangouts.
Yeah, because I remember meeting you early in regards to the existence of my channel. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
First time I ever talked to Sydney was back 2012, I think. I don't know if he remembers it. But.
Well, I liked the Quiet Atheist before it was cool to like the Quiet Atheist.
What's that?
I liked the Quiet Atheist before it was cool to like the Quiet Atheist.
I'm pretty sure that there are people out there right now who would basically think that it's not cool to hang out with me. There's a couple that are in my mind right now, but that's okay. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, I guess.
Well, I like to hang out with the quiet atheists. I just don't tell people, because I have a reputation, man.
Fuck you, Patrick. Fuck you.
That's why I don't get invited to the cool hangouts, man.
Well, see, okay, I know Patrick has a channel and produces videos. I know Nadia does. Who else in here does?
Let me see. I don't think Sydney does produce videos, but I don't think Sydney uses his channel. He works with Secular TV, I believe.
Yeah, we're gonna have one this afternoon.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then as far as everybody else, we've got Patrick, who does produce videos. Nadia, I'm not sure if Incognito produces videos or not. I'm not sure, but
just to be clear, my producer is Carl. It's not me. So I have final say, but Carl always does the producing.
Who the fuck? Who the fuck is
than you, or? Patrick, is that because Carl knows how to edit better than you do, or something?
Well, most people can edit better than me, so that's
Now I need a Carl.
I need a Carl.
Will you clone him, please?
Yeah, Patrick.
Hold on a minute. I can't believe it. Apparently you don't watch my videos or you know who Carl was, but just hold on a minute.
Oh, he's gonna bring out a stuffed animal now.
Oh, I thought Carl was your alter ego or something.
Yeah. Alter ego. Yeah, I admit that I'm not the best editor in the world when it comes to editing videos, but I do what I can.
That's my limiting factor, man. I don't have the time, the patience, the skill, the ability.
Yeah. Now, if I want to make a video look really good, I'll spend hours editing one fucking video, dude, and I have done that a couple of times.
I really admire these people that can put out like a really well-produced video like every day.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people that put out some fucking crazy videos with good graphics, subtitles, fucking all kinds of stuff, man. And I'm just like, damn. If I could make my videos that way, make them a little bit more, how should I say, professionally done.
Yeah.
I think that it would, improve.
Like it doesn't surprise me with Undoomed because that's what that guy does for a living. He has all those skills, But there's so many amateurs that do other things for a living that can do it too, and that really blows me away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to learn how to pull that off. I'm not. I have no skills as of yet.
Yeah. Well, see, with my video editor that I use. There's a lot of cool fucking features that my video editor has that I don't know how to use yet, and I'm basically experimenting with everything, and trying to figure it out. So eventually, because now I got a feature on my video editor where I can basically use the chroma key and green screens and blue screens and a couple of other graphics, and I figured out how to use those things, but there's other stuff that I haven't figured out yet.
This is Carl.
Yeah, there's Patrick's video editor right there.
Yeah, this is my producer, Carl. So, yeah.
Here, I'll feature you, Patrick. Here, hold on. Introduce him again.
Hold on.
Did you meet me before or after the orchestra?
All right, see, I featured him, guys. There's his producer, his video editor, his director.
This is the man in charge of Secular Lobster Ministries production department. Yep, absolutely.
So who is Solo Red?
So stop blaming me for the shitty production values.
Okay.
So who's Solo?
Yeah, that's me, Blue. It's Blue.
Oh, hey, Blue. How's it going?
It's going good for me.
That's good.
Well, you know what I'm going to say. You're my boy, Blue.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing today?
Hey, by the way, Blue, I wanted to ask you a question. Did you receive my predictions?
Yes, I did. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Anything new on the Jason Burns front?
Actually, yes. Maybe y'all can help me.
We can do our best.
Burns was trying to upload some Hangouts, and 3 of them he wasn't able to upload. But 1 did get through. 1 was uploaded, and the audio was so bad that he instantly deleted it. So now I don't know. Has someone win the contest? Does that count as a Jason Burns video, or does the contest go on? I'm not sure.
Whoever has music in the background, they're going to have to shut that off. I don't want copyright issues, please. Thank you.
I think that was that young lady playing guitar in the background again. You know.
It could have been. Yeah, it could have been.
My God, doesn't she know about copyright laws? My God!
Actually, Truth Surge just got a couple videos taken down of him. He did all the instruments in the whole thing. It was a cover, but he redid it all, and they took it down. Then he did a cover that was just vocals, and they came and took it down.
Damn! Isn't that?
Yeah.
That's illegal. I mean,
it fucking should be.
What song was it?
I'm not sure.
The vocals was an Elvis cover. The other one where he redid all the instruments for it was damn it, I forget now. It was some metal song, but they're gone now. Yeah.
Hey, so Blue or Solo, you kind of keep tabs on Jason Burns. I kind of left that party a long time ago. Is that guy still active? Is he safe? I've been worried about that guy committing suicide or something. I mean, what's going on with that guy?
He is active, or relatively active for him. I still do the show every week. I still keep tabs on him. As for his mental health, actually he did seem a little better recently. He was working with a new team of ministers, so he did seem a little better. That was as about a month ago.
So does he seem like a generally happy person? He just looked like he was really struggling. Like, I don't know, but it's like 2 years ago, what I'm talking about.
Right. Well, you know, that was his heyday. Is he a genuinely happy person? No, I don't think so. But I can't say. I mean, and I suspect there are a lot of both good and bad people who are not genuinely happy. And there are a lot of bad and good people who are genuinely happy. I mean, that's hard to quantify, at least for me.
I know
that's deep.
Go around like the mental illness thing about religious people, but indoctrination works on sane and intelligent people. But there's something about Jason that made me think, no, he really needs help. And I don't know. I'd like to have your opinion on that.
Well, I've made several attempts. I say to him publicly often, and I've said to him, Jason, what you need here is, number one, get out and do some karaoke. I mean, he's only done karaoke once, and I just cannot believe that. He's got a really good voice. He's got a good ear. Karaoke is cheap. It's fun. That he's not a karaoke, that he's not the next girl. I can't understand that. So I also say, Jason, try to get some voiceover work. He has a nice speaking voice. He really does. And Americans are suckers for English accent. And yes, Jason, seek out a mental health professional. I mean, that guy is those three things.
The one thing you could say about Jason, man, is that man can dance.
I always called up to you spin me around for karaoke. Or I did before. Anyway, I kind of loaded up. I think Sydney might have seen me before, or if not before, that around the time of the workout to me that triggered the Hashimoto's against my thyroid.
That was one of my best musical moments ever. was in one of your hangouts, Nadia. We were just hanging out there, and Rand Scam Campbell was going on, and I had the banjo with me, and he was talking about he wanted to do Rand Campbell's version of Grease. And I busted into dun 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 dun, and he started singing. Me, the Rand Campbell imitator, and me are playing Summer Lovin' in a Nadia hangout.
Well, all you dirty sinners out there, I'm gonna take you out back and I'm gonna box the shit out of you.
Yeah, what I always get called to do is, what is it? You Spin Me Round by Dead or Alive.
That's a great song. That's a good song. Underrated.
I remember Rand Campbell one time, me and him were having a conversation right in a hangout. I can't remember which hangout it was, but we were having a conversation, right? And he tells me that if I was in the same cell block as him when he was in prison, he would make me his bitch. And I had to fucking laugh, man.
Yeah, John, you're 6'3", 300-something pounds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see Rand try to make you his bitch, dude.
Well, you know, from what I hear, if you watch Secular Opinions video, I think he put it up last night, the last hangout that Rand was in, he also seems to have a thing about picking on younger males and talking about their sexual habits and asking them about their sexual habits. But I also hear he likes the big the Barry type, like Quiet, you know. So yeah.
You know what, Lobster? Fuck you, man. Just make sure your balls drop before you have a word with me, sir.
My balls will drop, sir. Right across your chin.
Right now.
Right across your chin.
Right across my chin. Shit.
Makes you wonder when Rand's saying that. You know, even if I was in prison and the biggest, toughest guy, I really wouldn't want a bitch, you know? I mean, the very fact that he wants one is a problem.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, you talk about, you know, a lot of guys, you know, they're gay while they're in prison because, you know, they have to fuck something, apparently, you know, so.
I think that's a myth.
Yeah.
Well, I hear it doesn't happen over in Europe.
I don't think it's a myth, really. I think there's really people that do that. I mean, I've seen people that you know.
But those people were
documentaries of people that do that, you know.
Well, I worked myself. I have about a 15-year career in law enforcement and the prison system, and the last job I had was working for a maximum security prison here in the state of Texas. And there is a lot of stuff that goes on behind them walls that nobody in the public knows about.
Yeah, and you were probably walking back and forth, man, just swinging your ass, teasing those inmates, man. You're stuttering. Come on.
Oh, he muted himself. He's embarrassed now.
You know what? Patrick, I don't got your dirty little fucking habits now. Come on.
But I submit those people were already somewhere on the spectrum, and it was just prison that helped them discover themselves. You know, it's like because a totally heterosexual guy would just masturbate. You know.
I don't know. I think it's a situational kind of affair. You know, it doesn't reflect their, I don't know, actual preferences or desires or whatever. So.
Well, I'm referring to like the Kinsey scale. You know, it's where you fall on the scale, and you know, if you are gay in prison, you are already a little bit bisexual. You just didn't know it. That's my opinion. I can't read minds, so I'm pulling that out of my ass. But that's what I believe.
Oh, and then there's people that have the opinion, oh, no, I stuck it in your ass. It doesn't make me gay.
What the fuck?
there's people out there that think that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is, and that's kind of a prison mentality. If you're receiving the blowjob, or if you are the pitcher, you're not gay. But I disagree with that.
Yeah.
Well, there is more money in pitching than there is in catching if you follow baseball.
Fucking
That's
Patrick.
the patriarchy right there.
Patrick's the prime example of a patriarchy in the flesh.
Hey, let's not judge people, man. Come on. Like I said, $20, you know.
But yeah, no.
It sounds to me that you're perfectly willing to do anything for $20, Patrick.
Hey, let's go out in the alley, you know. I mean, I work 6 days a week in the alley, back behind the dumpster, you know. I mean, $20 is $20, man. Come on, hey.
Damn, you're a cheap thrill, buddy.
You know, hey, I'm a giving guy.
He loves what he does.
He loves what he does.
I was watching a documentary one time about guys who said who were quote unquote heterosexual when they went to prison, and they were gay while they were in prison, and then when they came out, you know, they're like, "Oh, I'm not gay anymore," you know, and their wives were having kind of issues with it, you know, and so yeah. You know, one, I guess, must do what one must do if one is incarcerated and feels the need to, you know, do things.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, they don't see just doing without as an option. Jerking off, whatever.
Yeah, well.
Everybody has their own thing, man.
Everybody's got their own kink.
I don't even know if it's kink. I think it's just that.
Well, you know.
No, it's just that that's where the person is. You know, they're probably mostly heterosexual, but there's just a little bit of it's the Kinsey scale. I think that kind of thing. They're probably like a 2.5. You know, which makes them in regular life. Because of societal pressure, they just went all the way straight. Because, hey, that's what you're supposed to be according to, like, you know, a lot of traditions and things. You know, so, like, they were never able to realize that side of themselves. But it is part of them, I believe. It's not like, no, it's not a total. It's not something that's caused by the situation. Because, like, for myself, I would not be able to have the erection. Like, I don't even have a choice. Right? Like, it's not a choice. I couldn't have the erection.
You'd be catcher then.
I guess I'd be a catcher, but against my will. Like, you'd have to knock me out and do me while I'm unconscious.
I'm sure they would.
That doesn't bother.
Right.
That's the thing, though. It's against their will to, well, not have the, I guess, selection or whatever it is. If the variety of people that are available on the island.
It's kind of like 1:45, you know, when the lights come up at the bar and they go, last call, and you haven't found somebody to fuck that night, you know. Your standards lower just a little bit maybe sometimes.
Last call for alcohol. Last call.
And not you know, James, I gotta tell you, man, you still hold a special place in my heart, you know, like I said.
Well,
I don't know. You can kind of turn me on there, Patrick. I don't know. Just don't tell Paul, okay?
I mean, the orientation and so on would reflect, you know, what their desires and not necessarily the behavior.
Well, Nadia, do you think that the desire could just come out of nowhere? Because I don't think it can come out of nowhere.
Oh, sorry.
No, it doesn't come out of nowhere. I mean, we are, you know, formed by forces that, well, precede our own existences, never mind out of our control. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I think it's directly proportional to how many of Finite Atticus's videos you watch. They just turn you a little more gay every time. And that's not knocking him at all. He's just got that voice that's fucking amazing. It's like white Morgan Freeman.
White Morgan Freeman. That's the nicest compliment that you could have ever given that guy.
He does. His voice is Finite Atticus, he's got this voice that's just mesmerizing. It's weird.
You talking about Dionysus?
No, he's got, it's like a white Cadillac symbol almost. It says Finite Atticus. That's his channel. But yeah, he's got a very captivating voice.
Well,
you guys know who else I think has a pretty good voice for radio? Seth Andrews.
He does. My favorite voice of all time is Vin Scully.
Who?
Vin Scully, the Dodgers announcer.
Vin Scully, yes, absolutely.
Right here.
Well, hi, everybody. This is Vin Scully. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Vin Scully, man. I love Vin Scully. You know, when that man... Hey, James, you know when that man dies, do you understand how hard the city of Los Angeles will take that?
You see my tattoo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Vin Scully. He's like everybody's extra grandpa.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's going to be like...
You know who else? You know who else I think has a pretty good voice? The guy who played Q in Star Trek.
No. He's been the... Vin Scully has been the voice of the Los Angeles Dodgers since before they left Brooklyn.
I know that, but I'm talking about a different guy who played Q on Star Trek.
John Delancey.
Yeah.
Well, there is no comparison. Vin Scully is, you know...
I don't like baseball, Patrick, so I don't know.
You know, you don't have to like baseball, John. We can be sitting outside on the porch, and I can put on the radio and just let you listen to the music of this man's voice.
Yeah.
I mean, I barely even watch football anymore.
No, but like he's saying, that's not the point. You could be listening to a ball game, right, with Vin Scully, or like he said, sitting on the porch, right? Yeah. And this man will mesmerize you. He's just got that gift, you know.
Yeah. And he'll tell you a story about, now batting is Jim Johnson, and back in 8th grade, Jim Johnson had a favorite teacher who's in attendance tonight. Jim said that when he entered the science fair, it just gives you some story, and it's just like, wow, it's just the best story.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look him up on YouTube. I'm pretty sure he's on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, Vin Scully. I'll type it in the chat. Yeah,
he's also, besides being the Dodgers broadcaster since, 1953, he's also... been a part of broadcasting some of the biggest sporting events in the country. You know.
Yeah. He used to do the Masters tournament, and that was like the most relaxing thing in the world to watch them play Augusta and listen to that guy's voice.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get familiar with some of this stuff. I'm going to check it out later on.
See, but back in those days, James, that's when people, that's when sports weren't on the TV, the broadcaster, he was telling you a story, he was giving you that picture, that mental image, the picture of the entire thing, and of the entire experience. I mean, he could explain to you how the grass smelled. He could explain to you what the air looked like. Not just, it's a muggy day, I mean, he just has that, He went to the Red Barber School of Broadcasting.
Yeah, because now it's all about opinions. Well, how do you feel about the way this guy's hitting it? And, Vin will he'll just give you the numbers. He'll tell you where the ball's going, how high it's hopping, what the pitcher looks like, what the pitch looks like. And then he'll tell you some background information. He doesn't really give opinions, just like, except for, this guy's a good hitter.
Yeah. And a lot of times, like when Kirk Gibson hit that home run in '81, if you see the one broadcast, they're going, oh my God, it's a home run, Dodgers win. If you listen to the Vin Scully broadcast, right, he just let it play for like a minute and a half, and then he went back into it.
He says, in a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened, and then he lets it go quiet for a minute and 40 seconds, and just lets you hear the crowd noise.
God, I've got goosebumps just thinking about that right now. I remember that play.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sport that I like the most now at the moment is football, and that's what I watch most of the time. I do once in a while. We have our own hockey team here for the city, believe it or not, and I sometimes go watch live hockey at the arena, so it's pretty cool. I mean,
they still haven't perfected hockey on TV. Hockey is still one of the only sports that's way better live. Most sports, you're better off at home with all the angles and the replays and stuff, but hockey's one that's still better just to go.
Yeah, first time I went to a hockey game, I back in the 70s, I was amazed after seeing it on TV for so many years. I was amazed how much of the time the puck isn't actually on the ice. It's like flying through the air. I never realized that until I actually went to a fucking hockey game, And it's one thing catching a foul ball, but when a flying puck comes out in the crowd, man.
Good luck.
Yeah, another thing about hockey is make sure you got some weed, get really stoned before, and make sure you can go out during first and second intermission and get really stoned, because for some reason you can follow the puck a lot better when you're stoned.
Oh shit, man! I tell you what,
Next time I go to the Boston Garden, I'll try to remember that, and hopefully not get arrested.
Yeah, I would.
Hey, this guy told me to get high.
I wouldn't want to get hit in the fucking face with a hockey puck. I'll tell you
that.
And
you can't see it. You can't see it against the background. It's not like a white baseball in the day or under the lights at night. When that black thing goes against, like, when it flies up high enough that it's no longer against the ice and it's against the people that are across the arena from you, you cannot see that thing.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if you're paying attention. You just can't see it.
Yep, that's why I hope I never get hit by one. Those fucking things.
I watched a lady taken out of a Kings game on the stretcher, man. Like, that thing hit her hard in the face. Like, she might have had her cheekbone fractured.
Damn.
Yeah, it was rough. And I didn't even see it coming. She was sitting like right next to me, and I didn't see it coming. I just heard her get hit. I was watching the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they should actually make the plexi higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, over here for the arena that we have for our city hockey team, the plexi is actually pretty high. It's way up there. I say it's probably a good, I don't know, about 15 feet high.
Yeah, I think they need to go to 20.
Yeah. You see that puck get flipped up pretty high. I watched I saw a woman get hit square in the chest with a foul ball about 5 years ago. Next thing you know, they're like, is there a doctor? Yeah, she was out. She had a heart attack.
Oh, gee.
Yeah. I got hit by a 75-mile-an-hour pitch, man.
Oh, John, I've been hit by several pitches over 80, even the 90s.
What the fuck are you working on over there, Patrick? Your robot leg or what?
No, I just rolled me a cigarette.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck is that sound?
Yeah, it's my cigarette machine. When I was younger, I was a catcher and not in prison. But okay, but that's another story.
I was about to say.
But anyway, it was I was high school age. I was like 15. Anyway, this kid hits a foul ball or a pop-up. First thing I do, I throw my mask off. I go looking up. Next thing I know, my face hurts. This kid, in disgust, without looking where he was throwing his bat, hit me square in the face, shattering my nose. And then my coach comes running out on the field. I'm screaming and everything. My coach comes running out on the field. He goes, "You're bleeding on your uniform." That's all I remember. And I'm like, fuck me. I just got hit in the face with an aluminum baseball bat. and you're worried about me bleeding on a fucking uniform and if the blood's gonna come out.
I'll tell you guys, I was a rather untalented baseball player, but I was an asset to my team because I found scrappy ways to get stuff done. And one of those things was to look like I'm turning away from the pitch where I'm actually leaning in. I got first base many times that way.
No, I was good at that in Little League, man.
Yeah.
I'd get hit by the pitch, just barely, like run across my fucking shirt, and I'd hit the ground going, oh! My coach would come out and go, Jesus, man, this isn't the Academy Awards. Just go to first base.
I would never rub it, man. Don't rub it.
Oh, yeah. Don't rub it.
This isn't the Academy Awards.
I remember this guy was probably throwing high 80s, and he got me that one spot in the ribs where you have no muscle. Like, even if you're a bodybuilder, you got no muscle, this one spot, right?
Can't breathe.
It cracked two of my ribs. And I was, like, making the motions of a guy that's jogging, but in super slow motion. Down to first base, and then my coach is like, don't rub it. And I'm like, I know, but I want to rub it. Oh. Oh, by the way, I stole second base on the next pitch, and then the guy popped up, and we lost the game anyway.
Oh.
So it was all for naught.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I used to love it when my coach would give me the steal signal, and I'd kind of like look at him like, are you fucking crazy? How bad do you want to lose the game?
Yeah.
Well, see,
because I run in slow motion.
Righties, like against a righty, they're facing the other direction. I could steal at will. I could take a huge lead. I get a jump. But the coach would give me the signal when it's a lefty who's looking at me. I'm like, Coach, come on. And I had a green light. I could steal anytime I wanted. But, like, why are you making me go against a lefty? I know I'm getting picked. If I don't get picked off, it's pure luck, man. Like, you got to go on the first move against a lefty. I don't know if you know that when you're on first base.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. I got. While I'm approaching the 20th episode of this show. Which
really?
Is
congratulations. Yeah. This is 19, 18?
This is 19.
Oh, geez.
Yep, this is 19. The next one I have will be the 20th episode of this series.
And it's pretty much only appealing to us fuckers that, like, if you don't know the people, this probably isn't that entertaining.
Well, every once in a while I'll get new people in here, which is pretty cool.
It's at least some of our people are known and have a few channels that, like, they might have fans, so it'll be entertaining to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really enjoy this. Now, originally, when I first started this show, I called it the Quiet Atheist Show, way back in the day. But one of my patrons, I gave them the power to change up the name a little bit, and this is what we came up with for this new series that I wanted to start for this show, and that's what I call it, That Particular Atheist Show. Because they brought up the idea, because I say, sometimes in my videos, I say particular a lot, and that's what spawned the name of this show. So.
There's a lot of I like to call them quiet atheisms that besides particularly that first and foremost is one of my favorites. But you've got a lot of them there, Quiet.
Yeah. I was thinking that once I finished the 20th episode, I was going to go back through all my episodes and find all the juicy parts where everybody's fighting and screaming and shit, and make one big collage, and upload it to the channel, and fights of the first 20 episodes of That Particular Atheist Show, uncut, uncensored. Enjoy.
Well, that first live hangout you did was awfully fun. I remember that.
Hey, John, on your latest video, did you get my comment where I gave you shit for misusing literally again?
No, I glanced at the comments. I haven't had a chance to look at them in full or reply to them yet.
You said that you were literally pissed off, and I was trying to imagine that.
You were trying to imagine I was literally pissed off?
Yeah, like you shot out of a urethra or something?
No, you misunderstood what I was saying, god damn it.
You know you were figuratively pissed off, right?
Well, I guess you can put it that way.
Well, it's better than being pissed off.
Well, I hear he likes to be pissed on a lot, you know.
Goddamn
We're not here to judge.
Yeah.
Goddamn fucking grammar Nazi.
Yeah, and it wasn't just me. Like one of your other fans was ragging on you with me, but it was all out of love.
Yeah, I know. So from now on, would you like me to say I'm figuratively pissed off?
That would be awesome, actually.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, if that's what you actually mean, I mean, if you're literally pissing on something or pissing off on something, then it would be different, you know.
Hey, words can have multiple fucking meanings, Patrick.
Okay, well, John, according to like the new Oxford Dictionary, you're actually correct, but I fucking hate what they've done. That they've accepted literally as meaning the opposite of literally, which I do not buy into that. Like the word literally doesn't have any meaning anymore if it doesn't mean what it used to mean. Like so I know people misuse it all the time. It doesn't mean you have to adapt Oxford Dictionary, you know.
There's some Christians that have a hard time when I correct them when they use the word there. Because there's a couple of them, you know, you got THEY''RE, and then you got THEIR, and then you got THERE, and then.
You know, I am kind of a grammar Nazi, but I don't mind an error here and there. But it's when your mistakes are so numerous and basic, they actually make it ambiguous what you're stating. Like now, if your grammar is so damn bad that it's ambiguous, then I really have a problem with your grammar. No, not you, John. Like, I actually know what the fuck you're saying, and I just like to fuck with you.
Yeah,
but there's some people that their grammar is so bad you actually don't know what they're saying. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, mine.
Yep. Like, I don't want to be Dr. Jackson from Stargate trying to, like, decode your hieroglyphs, you know?
Fuck you, bitch.
I'm not talking about you, John. You know I pick on you, but your grammar is decent. It's just I hold you to a higher standard. But you know, some people are so bad that I really don't know what the fuck they're saying.
Yeah.
Like my grammar.
Some of the memes that I get on my Facebook post are, they use word instead of spelling out words, they use letters, you know. And then when I say something about it, which I am not a grammar Nazi, I misspell words sometimes. I mean, I get that, but you know, I just tell them, I say, dude, please at least attempt to fucking spell the word, you know. I mean, because it makes you look, I don't know, retarded, you know. Like you really don't give it. Well, I mean, like you really don't give a shit, you know.
Well, I tried it, like, even when I type fucking, like, instead of fucking, I type fucking with no G. I put the little apostrophe after to indicate that the G is supposed to be there, you know?
Absolutely, yeah.
There's someone that I know now who shall remain nameless that uses the N instead of using ing. You know, like he'll say fucking or prostituting or instead of prostituting, and he uses a lot of that stuff that ends with N, you know, and it just gets on my fucking nerves.
See, I actually kind of like it. If you want to break grammar rules to be more familiar, like you're not writing a scientific paper, you're not writing a thesis, you're just speaking to me, and I want to actually hear the intonation of your voice the way you would actually speak, and you type fucking that way, as long as the most of your grammar is pretty good, so I know that you know what the fuck you're doing, then it actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kind of.
My sister's actually a teacher. She's a total grammar Nazi. But she doesn't look cuts here and there, and there's just enough good grammar to put it in context that you're never confused about what she's writing.
You know, you people are giving the Nazis a really bad name in this, and I will not stand for this bigotry much longer. I tell you right now.
I have something.
Better be quiet, or she's gonna get upset and leave the room.
Oh.
I will fucking rage quit. I swear to you. This bigotry against the Nazis? We do not spell badly. We have good grammar.
You better watch out with Nazis, man. I hear that rant with Jeff has been getting a lot of flack from people from attacking that big YouTuber.
They moved on after Leafy hit her up.
Yeah.
Who did Jeff get? I know he goes after a few people. Who was that about?
Velion, or whatever her name is.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, can you hear me?
She had been a troll. Yeah.
What's up, Nadia?
Oh, I was saying I have something of the opposite problem where, various kinds of compound sentences.
Well, she said she'd be back in a bit. Is she back?
No, she just said she had to take an extended bathroom break.
Can you hear me?
I don't think she's back yet, as far as I know.
Can you hear me?
It sounds like she's on my weight loss program. I just
something?
lost 2 pounds instantly earlier today.
What's up? What's up, Nadia?
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure everyone can hear me.
Your audio's really screwed up. Why don't you try coming back into the Hangout?
Okay, I'll try again.
I can't even hear.
I didn't even know she was trying.
Yeah, she was talking. Her audio's really breaking up really bad.
Oh. No, well, I didn't hear it at all.
Yeah.
Here, so.
But no, she wore a tinfoil hat in her. You know how when you go to a new channel, it'll like have a video describing that channel, kind of.
Yeah, like kind of like a movie trailer or something.
Yeah, exactly, like a compilation of what the channel's about. Anyways, one of the things, she was sitting there making a paper hat, folding it up, putting it on. It's like, seriously?
Who?
That Elevon girl.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever the hell her name was. So, I don't know. I had to just assume she was a troll, but she was friends offline or off on, like, Twitter and Facebook with, like, actual KKK members and shit. So.
Well, you know, I personally think that she's a fucking troll, man. I mean,
no, Valion is for real. She's actually
put in a lot to. She's put in very convincing. She's being very convincing if she's a troll. I'll give her that.
Hold on. Could you guys give me a quick summary?
Hold on 1 second. I thought I heard Logic Tree there for a minute.
I did. You did.
Are you tripping, man? You're hearing voices.
No. Hold on, Mike. Hold on a second. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What the hell, man? How do I fix this?
I have some Risperdal if you'd like.
Can you not hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Logic Tree, but I don't see you. I don't see you here in the Hangout itself.
Oh, that's weird.
I don't hear him at all.
That's really strange. So, John, you're hearing things none of us are hearing. So
quiet. Quiet. We all love you. Quiet. We all love you, and we've all gathered here today, and we're gonna have an intervention. We'd like you to get some help.
You listen here, you cock juggling thundercunt. I actually
fighting
hear, I actually hear Logic Tree speaking.
I'm sure you believe you do.
Oh no! You know what? Fuck you! I know what I'm hearing. All right.
On a serious note, there's something different about being the host and being a guest. There's something different about being the host and being a guest.
No, I'm sure he's probably just having audio issues.
Yeah. No. I hear Logic Tree speaking, but he's not here in the Hangout on the panel like everybody else is.
Are you sure you didn't like accident? Maybe another tab opened up on accident or something.
I am the X
started playing.
Hold on a second. Let me try and figure this fucking shit out. I fixed it one time, but I don't remember how I did it last time.
Speaking of tabs, I could go for a tab of acid, man.
Hold on a second, guys. I might have to drop out of this thing myself. You guys sit here for a second, and then I'll be right back, okay?
Yep.
Hold on, let me see if I can figure this out. Hold on.
You know, once in a while I'll have something come up where my computer will refresh one page and the rest of them will refresh, and some of them will play, some of them won't.
Well, see, I don't understand what the hell's going on here. I mean, I hear people talking. See, now, if I'm looking at the public chat right now, and I'm able to see Logic Tree in the chat. He's in the chat, but I don't see him. I mean, to prove my case, you fucking clowns, look at the public chat. You guys will see him in the Hangout. You will see Logic Tree in the Hangout.
Hey, listen,
Sure, we will. You know,
Listen,
like I said, we all love you, Quiet Man. We're here to help you, man. You need the help, man. Please accept the help, man.
You know what? Eat a dick.
Just busting your balls. We just busted your balls, man.
Was there a voice in your head before the accident? Is that maybe why you were distracted?
Hold on, let me see if I can fucking try and fix this shit.
It could be Jesus trying to come into your heart.
That's what it is.
Dirty.
I don't know. I honestly don't know why I'm having this fucking issue. I really don't.
You don't have any other tabs open?
No. I just have the public chat open. Just view the public chat, and that's it. And that's it.
Minimize for a sec. Just make sure you don't have another window going in the back.
What is it about this fucking Hangout that makes me chain smoke like I'm Pimp Monk or some shit?
Hold on a second. Let me see if I can fix this shit. Hey, Logic Tree, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
For some reason, I can't see you in here, so would you try exiting out of the Hangout and coming back in for me, please?
I already did
But I
that.
can hear you.
Huh?
But I can hear you.
Yeah. I'm talking.
Logic, are you on a phone?
Patrick, shut your fucking Red Lobster ass up for a minute, damn it. Yeah, Logic Tree, try to come exiting out of the Hangout and then coming back in.
Okay, I already did that though.
Are you on a phone or a PC?
I'm on a PC.
That's bizarre.
You know what?
Hey, John, there was also no indicator in the chat. You know, it says so-and-so has joined the Hangout. It didn't do that for Logic Tree.
Yeah. Well, I guess there's a public chat and group chat's different.
No, he's in the Hangout with us on the fucking panel. I just cannot see him, and you guys cannot hear him. And I know that, and I know Sydney can hear him because Sydney just talked to him.
Do you have this evidence of your claim for the existence of
Dad, I want to see evidence, man. You know.
Well, watch. I'm gonna fix it.
I don't think the existence of Logic Tree, does he exist? Does he not exist? You know.
Well, here's what I'm gonna do. Shit. I don't know if I exit out of the Hangout myself. Will it still be live or?
I'm not sure on that.
Don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Tell Logic Tree to get out of the Hangout and try it again.
He said he did already.
Yeah, he said he tried that.
He has shitty fucking internet. And
no, I don't think it's his problem. I think it's mine because I've had this issue a couple of times already.
Well, you've got a few problems.
I don't think it's yours because I don't see him either.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't see YouTube on my screen. I can't hear him at all. Either.
Nobody but you has seen this Logic Tree. I've read the tome of the Logic Tree, and I find it to be just an old book of fairy tales. I don't really believe in
Well, you know what? The moment he appears in this fucking Hangout, I'm gonna make you lick my fucking nuts.
Hey, quiet! Stop pushing your beliefs on us, man.
Yeah.
Hey, the existence of my nuts are not based on belief. There's actually evidence for their existence.
Okay, actually, I misspoke, bro. I really don't want you to prove the existence of your nuts to me. Please don't.
Oh shit! I don't know how I fixed it last time though. I really don't.
There are some things I just don't want proven.
You know what? Fuck you, you fucking son of a bitch. Watch. I'm gonna try and get Logic Tree in here the right way, and then I'll prove my case. All right. I'm gonna prove to you that I am not hearing voices. I'm gonna prove to you that Logic Tree actually exists, and he is in the hangout right now. It's just you cannot hear him and cannot see him. I can.
Sounds like a personal experience to me, and they don't count.
Not only that, Sydney hears him as well.
John, I'm very close-minded to the existence of your nuts.
So suck a dick.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna try to be the drunkest person ever in Quiet Atheist's chat. So.
Hold on a second. Let me try something different. Logic Tree, are you still there?
What's the drunkest anyone's ever been in here?
Logic Tree, are you still there? No, he left. I'm gonna message him on Facebook real quick with the link. Hold on.
I've been drunk a couple times and don't remember. Like New Year's Eve, I don't remember the last. I don't know, half of the fucking hangout I was in.
I've been lit in a couple of them. I've been pretty lit in a couple.
Eve Real used to have some really good drunken hangouts, man, where people would be stone sober, right? And within 30, and everybody would be talking nice and shit, and within 30 minutes, man, they would turn into a complete train wreck clusterfuck. You know?
It's my goal today. I'm going to try to get kicked out. I'm not there yet.
You're not going to get kicked out. You don't have it in you.
I want to try to offend Patrick. I think that's that's like in my bucket list. How do I offend Patrick, dude? That's got to be.
You want to offend me?
Tease him with not showing him your penis?
If you want to try to offend me, I mean, you know, by all means.
I think you gotta be pretty accomplished to offend the Patrick.
I'll be your Huckleberry, man.
It just seems like an odd goal.
All right, Logic Tree, if you're still watching, I'm going to place the link in a message and send it to you on Facebook. So you should be getting the link right now, here in a second, as soon as I hit the enter key.
Poor John.
Hey, John.
There you go.
Come on, man. You're making yourself look pathetic, John. Come on, get some help.
People might see this, you know.
And when Logic Tree comes into the room, I'm going to make you guys eat a dick. Watch.
Hey, John, all jokes aside, man, you're a really sweet dude to care for one of your viewers that much, and I do appreciate that you go out of your way, man.
Yeah, a lot of hangouts, they don't even look at the chat.
Yeah, and well, it's hard for me right now because I only got one monitor. Usually I have two computers running so I can take a look at the chat at the same time. But yeah, Logic Tree, if you're still watching, I sent a message to you on Facebook with the link. Try to get in that way. See if it works.
You know, John, you're such a nice guy. You always make me feel special, bro. Love you.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God. First sign of fucking being too drunk. White boys crying. Jeez.
Later, Sydney.
Fucking love you, man.
Later, Sydney. Good talking to you.
We'll see you later, Sydney. Thank you for coming by.
Hold the door. Hold the door.
Dude, they're writing so hard in that fucking Facebook.
Who's those voices I'm hearing in the fucking background?
You want to meet Nate the Great?
You're hearing more voices?
Come on, Nate the Great.
Oh, okay. I was wondering because it seemed to me that you started to talk to yourself there, sir.
Nate the Great and Scruffy.
Oh, okay.
So, did you have a Puerto Rican?
Huh?
Did you have a Puerto Rican?
What do you mean Puerto Rican?
You didn't have a Puerto Rican in here, did you?
No.
Well, now you do.
That's racist.
Racist.
Is that what race he was? That's racist, you sexist, racist white male.
God, I can't believe the crap you're spewing out, James. Oh, jeez.
Why don't you make fun of him for having to wear glasses, you ableist?
Yeah.
I'm offended. On behalf of Puerto Ricans everywhere, I'd like to apologize for James's behavior. God!
Hey, introduce yourself to my friends. This is Nate.
Hey, what's up, guys? Obviously, my name's Nate. I'm Puerto Rican Brazilian, I guess. I'm a mutt. I'm from New York, Bronx, and came over here after serving a couple of years for military. Did some college, and now I'm over here roommating until I get my own place.
How you doing?
That works.
What's going on, Nate?
My name.
Oh Jesus! I don't even know what I am, dude. When it comes down to it, like me and you had this discussion before.
This is like an atheist chat room, right?
Well, it's just okay, that's cool. I have nothing against it.
They might find that interesting, though.
You know,
might help him figure out, because he says he doesn't know. He might be deist, kind of.
Well, I know he's definitely a cultural Catholic.
You should know all these terms. Oh, well, never mind. You know what he is then.
Well, no, we've never really gone there. You know, like I know you're a cultural Catholic, which means that you don't necessarily believe the stuff, but you respect your family and all that.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And when it comes down to it, Friday, man. I don't believe that there's such a name. Like, I will say this, that there has to be some sort of fucking something out there. I think that we are believing in the same thing. But
you said you might be a deist. Remember I told you you might be a deist?
You know what I mean? I don't believe that there's all these different. I think all of these people are giving a lot of different names for the exact same thing. You know, that is not a god. It's not, freaking Buddha. It's not like, freaking, even when it comes down to like all these Greek gods and everything like that. What's to say that we just haven't fucked up in our, history so much over time that we have the same thing in just so many different ideas?
No, that's exactly. Deist doesn't claim any one specific god, or even that God made the universe with intention. They just believe that something started it.
Do you believe that Mr. Potato Head Jesus is a possibility?
It's a total possibility.
Anything's possible, right? Even a little newborn baby counting every grain of sand on every beach in the world in a fraction of a second.
Yeah. Oh, you guys remember Dogma, the Buddy Jesus?
Oh, yeah, we both like Buddy Jesus over here.
Oh, I got Buddy Jesus right over there on the shelf. Man.
Hey,
he looks at me every day and tells me I'm doing good. He gives me that thumbs up.
Hey guys, I got an idea. I'm going to do something really quickly. I'm going to close out this hangout. I'm going to stop the broadcast and get out of this one and start a new one so that everybody can come in, because I think there's some people that are trying to come in and for some reason they're having difficulties. So let me stop this real quick. I'll create a new hangout and create a new link, and then I'll get everybody back in.
I can't believe this. What? And you just think we're going to jump into another hangout?
Come on, fucker.
Jeez.
God damn it.
Can't believe
Are the voices telling you to do this?
I'll be right back. I'm going to stop the hangout, and I'm going to create a new one.
All right, man. We'll look for you in a bit.
All right. Bye.
Bye.